Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
What's going on, man? That's right, folks. It's another edition of The Ghost Show. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me on this episode 229. That's right, episode 229 for all the folks that are keeping track of The Ghost Show broadcast. I'd like to ask everybody to please spread this show around the internet and throughout the world. And let everybody you know, let them all know that The Ghost Show is live and in effect right now. Episode 229. And you take a look at the world today, it is New World Disorder. New World Disorder. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things tonight. Episode 229. This was a shitty Memorial Day weekend for yours truly. We're going to talk about that and a whole bunch of other things. So please follow us on Twitter, by the way. The Twitter name to follow is Capitalist Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Capitalist Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter. And also add to your bookmarks, add to your favorites, the official website of yours truly. And that is ghost.report. That's right, folks. Ghost.report is the official website. All right, let's go ahead. Take me out, engineer. Thank you very much. Thank everybody for tuning in. Oh, shit, wrong one, engineer. You're taking me out, for Christ's sake. Anyway, the engineer's been gone for so long, he's forgot to do his damn job. And if he doesn't learn how to do it really fast, I'm going to replace him with a goddamn immigrant. All right, for about $2.50 an hour and a bean and cheese taco or something. You got that, engineer? All right. Well, thank you all very much, folks, for tuning in once again to another edition of The Ghost Show. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. It is June 1st, so you know what that means. It means it is Pride Month for all the LGBTQ contingent that listens to this broadcast. So I hope you're enjoying your gay pride parades where you're conducting yourselves with oral copulation between two men across the street within line of sight of children and all that other crap that you piss pools and all that other crap that you people like to do. So enjoy. And on top of that, folks, before I get started on anything, I do want to say my apologies for not doing a show this weekend at all. We have been seeing an abnormal amount of thunderstorms, straight up thunderstorms out here in San Antonio, Texas, to the point in which, folks, a 20-minute storm on Friday evening literally wiped out the power of many people in San Antonio, including yours truly, for like 9 or 10 hours. Okay, then when the damn thing finally comes back on, I'm like, goddamn, I'm glad they got it back on. Spoils all my goddamn food that I bought during the day so I could celebrate my Memorial Day weekend. Okay, my fish died. I don't know if y'all know this, but I had a little fish tank going on with exotic fish. I don't know if you know, these are the types of fish that need to have fucking oxygen pumped into the damn fucking tank 24 hours a day. And if they don't, they end up dying. So there you go. I got fucking dead fish I had to flush down the toilet. And on top of that, folks, when the damn lights came back on, I decided, look, it's Memorial Day weekend. I got to go shopping. I got to go back to the grocery store. I got to go look for some more, beef and all that, stuff to barbecue with on Memorial Day. And when I went to the store, came back, started putting my groceries into the damn refrigerator, etc., I sit down on the couch thinking, thank God this whole damn thing is over, and the goddamn power goes out again for another 4 or 5 hours. Okay? So there we go, folks. Spoiling more food. I must have dropped at least close to a G in fucking spoiled food. And who the hell's going to pay for that shit? It sure as hell ain't going to be that stupid, quirky, half corporate public bullshit called City Public Service. I'll tell you that. It ain't going to be the city of San Antonio and their incompetency either. All right, I can't believe the kind of crap that I had to put up with this weekend, and the fact that the blackouts that happened in San Antonio occurred because of a damn 20-minute storm underscores what I've been saying all along on this broadcast, that the American public, and let me just put it this way, the American work ethic has gone to complete crap. Because I'll tell you what really happened, okay, CPS, trying to give me this garbage that, oh my God, it was such a bad storm. It just took out all those telephone poles and all this stuff within our infrastructure, or whatever the fuck you're trying to say, CPS. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not dumb. This is Memorial Day weekend. You idiots were out there half drunk by the time the goddamn storm came along and knocked out power. Okay, I don't give me this crap. I know that you electricians out there, you were celebrating Memorial Day early. You were half crocked on whatever cheap-ass fucking cervezas that you people are consuming out here, and that's the reason why you had us in the goddamn dark for about 9 to fucking 14 hours. All right? So this is another reason also, aside from the American work ethic sucking a cock with it, this is another reason why I suggest to everybody out there considering even visiting San Antonio, let alone moving here, do not do it. Okay? Absolutely do not do it. All right? Because if you do, you're going to have to put up with this kind of crap. And look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I've lived in this whole I-35 corridor from like Austin, San Antonio, a little bit of north of Austin. I've lived this whole damn I-35 corridor my whole life. I have never seen the type of crap that I've seen with these electrical companies in Texas in all my life. I mean, a 20-minute storm takes out the goddamn electrical grid. And on top of that, folks, this is the same electrical grid that they want to throw every vehicle that's on the roads in America today on. So the next time they talk about electrical vehicles and, oh my God, this is going to be great for the environment. And I mean, we have an electrical grid, like I've always been saying, that can barely withstand the demand that we have when it comes to energy, when it comes to these high energy appliances, when it comes to televisions and computers, laptops, cell phones, all kinds of rechargeable Bluetooth accessories, Internet of Things, etc. You mean to tell me that you green climate change nutcases are going to try to convince me that we need to put every damn vehicle that's on the road on this already suspect electrical grid? Get the hell out of here, all right? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, once again, I don't mean to go off on this soliloquy about all this, but I am really upset. I barely salvaged my goddamn Memorial Day weekend, and thank God I did. And I'm sorry I didn't show up on Sunday. I was pissed, dude. And on top of that, I didn't get any goddamn sleep on Friday. Didn't get any sleep on Saturday. All right, got sleep on Sunday, that's for sure. And then on Memorial Day, I thought, hey, look, I think I've earned, all right, the ability to go out, have ourselves some decent barbecue, invite some people over, all right, have a couple of cigars. All right, people were breaking out the booze and shit. I almost drank on Monday. I'm not even joking around. But luckily I didn't, and I'm trying to keep it up, trying to clean out a little bit. You all know that I've been not drinking for, I guess, what, 8 weeks, something like that. It's been a while. It's been a while, I'll tell you that. But while everybody was out here at my place drinking, eating barbecue, I didn't do it. And I was this close to doing it, I'll tell you that right now. I was this goddamn close to doing it. And by the way, I bought myself some Johnny Walker Blue Label just in case I decide that here within the short, I don't know, time ahead, that if I decide to fall off the wagon, I might as well start drinking some of the good stuff right off the bat. Right off the damn bat, all right? Anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in with me. Episode 229, New World Disorder. We're going to talk about a bunch of shit today. So, without any further ado, let us go ahead and get to some of these donos that just came in. And we had a lot of them just come in, folks, okay? So, cheers to everybody out there who's listening. And once again, I do want to remind everybody, if you do donate a video, we're probably not going to get to it for the first several hours. So, keep that in mind when you donate a video for it to be aired on this broadcast, all right? All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to the donos here. Let's see what we got going on. And Bob Tom is the first dono here.
Playlist again. One long or two short. Pick your poison. Sieg Heil my cat. Sieg Heil Ghostler and his dead fish. Gas all
oh, great,
0,
yeah.
0 over
That's
0.
great, dude.
Do forum shoutouts.
That's
0,
fucking
0,
great.
0, you are a bitch.
Yeah, you know what, Bob Tom? I'm glad your cat's dead, all right? You're going to talk about my fucking fish? I barely had the fish for about a couple of months, all right? And you want to know why I wanted to get fish? Because, you know, I like seeing the elements of water. I like seeing the life independently just live its own independent life. I like observing, you know, and it's also a very good aesthetic, you know, when you have it in, you know, your office or some shit. Unfortunately, I had these exotic fish that required oxygen pumped into the damn tank, and if I didn't, it would just fucking, you know, I guess they died. I mean, that's what happened, you know, it's sad. All right, I mean, I blew some money on those fucking fish, you know what I'm saying? And who the hell's going to compensate me for that? How about that, CPS? Who the hell's going to pay me reparations for that? And the reason I bring up reparations is because, not that this says anything, but the CPS, City Public Service, which is a public-private co-op of sorts that monopolizes the electrical grid, at least in San Antonio, is ran by a black woman. So I'm just saying, not that that says anything. I mean, I think that it says more that she's a woman than black. Because, you know, how I feel about certain things when it comes to woman leadership. I know that there's women that listen to my broadcast that roll their eyes every time I make a statement about woman leadership. I'm just trying to state what I have observed personally from my existence, and that's all I'm going on, all right? I mean, look, I'm not going to get into it, all right? It's Pride Month. I'm sure that the fucking people in the LGBTQ community are laughing about this. I'm like, oh my God, look at him. He doesn't like women. Well, neither do I, Ghost, okay? Happy Pride Month, bitch. Yes! Anyway, thank you, Bob Tom, even though you're fucking saying fuck my dead fish or whatever the hell you said. All right, thanks a lot. We got Fat Marshall. What's going on, dude?
Especially when there are many, many of them.
Your groceries go bad and your fish die.
Oh,
I could have
great.
swore you said you owned a generator. Were you that lazy to set it up? Or is it that you couldn't, because you're in a wheelchair?
Well, first and foremost, I do have a small generator, first and foremost, okay? But secondly, it's nothing that's going to power a goddamn refrigerator. It's nothing that's going to actually power anything pertinent, okay? All right, I mean, give me a goddamn break. I mean, that the whole damn fucking electrical was dead all over the place. It's sad. All right? And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I've got 2 refrigerators in the, you know, remember I got a modular home which I make as the Go Show Studios out here, which is in back of my home, and I've got a fridge in there. So this is why it caused so much damage, because I try to, you know, keep nice. I like beef. I like barbecuing, okay? I like having food on tap, all right? And shut up, it's not a fucking trailer. It's a modular home. Shut up! Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? Expose?
Here's $30 to watch these two videos. One exposes a member of the community and the next is a palate cleanser. You'll need it.
Okay, great. All right, thank you very much. I'm so sure. I mean, thanks for adding more fuel to the dramatic fire that encompasses this show out here. Thanks a lot, buddy. 80s, man. Yeah, no shit, the 80s. What happened to the 80s?
Here's some 80s music for everyone to enjoy. Cheers.
I hope so, man. I miss the 80s. And the reason I miss the 80s, folks, is because it was the last time that even though the adults were partying and sniffing cocaine off a chick's cleavage and, you know, everybody was doing the party thing and shit, there was still an element of adulthood, even amidst all that party. And even if you were in your 30s, 40s during that time, there was still an element of being an adult. So even though you were partying and maybe doing some very mischievous, sinful-like interpreted activities, you were still an adult that shielded this type of stuff from children, that shielded sexuality from children, that shielded, you know, the private drug taking and drinking from children. We don't do that anymore. All right, as a matter of fact, we've got fucking adults trying to partake in drinking with their fucking children now. So it's fucking ridiculous, and that's why I miss the 80s. That's truly why I miss the 80s right there. That's truly why. I'm not even kidding, all right? All right, let's continue.
Shekels can be even
Maria in the house. Maria.
Kinda sucks how you ditched us Saturday. Anyway, here's a treat. Who doesn't love some midget wrestling? Enjoy.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it there, Maria, but I didn't diss anybody, dude. I was up the whole night on Friday because, I mean, I was trying to have a time with Mrs. Ghost over here. You know, we're trying to have some movies. You know, I like to watch Steven Seagal action 80s movies. Since we're talking about 80s movies, that's what me and Mrs. Ghost have been doing. Been like old folks kicking back on her couch watching old fucking movies of Steven Seagal and Sylvester Stallone and you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Lou Diamond and Phillips. You know, we like that kind of shit. And unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it because our electricity was out because of the incompetence of CPS. All right, so anyway, sorry about that. Those are badass movies. Thank you in the chat room, the people that are saying, look, those are badass movies, Ghost. Hey, the reason why we have such a fruit bowl America within the American male is because we don't produce movies like that anymore. I mean, what kind of movies is Hollywood producing? They're producing these movies where the women are the hero, you know? You know, that redo of the Ghostbusters where, oh, the women are the real Ghostbusters now, and guess what? They are the ones that are going to conquer the apparition that's taking over the city, and they're going to kill it by shooting it in the balls. That's the kind, I'm not even joking, that's the kind of movie that we have nowadays. And by the way, just to reiterate that emphasis on, for whatever reason, making women the heroes in every fucking movie, I watched the Bill and Ted's, like, I guess it's the third movie, the trilogy. You know, you had Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, you had Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and then I think it was Prime or somebody shit it out, the third Bill and Ted. What a bunch of shit. What a way to ruin a goddamn franchise that everybody appreciated, and it was just an encompassing of the 80s, you know what I'm saying? For all those that don't know, I'm going to spoil it for you so you don't even have to fucking go and see the damn movie because it's pathetic. First of all, it was garbage acting by Keanu Reeves. You could tell he was either half crocked or on some shit. He could barely fucking keep a smile off his face from the ridiculousness that he was encompassing in this fucking role, all right? And let me tell you what happens, okay? I'm going to tell you all what happens, all right? It's not Bill and Ted who are the ones that save the future with their wild stallion songs and music and shit. No. Guess what it was? Guess who it was the whole time? It was Bill and Ted's daughters. Aww, it was Bill and Ted's daughters that were going to save the world with their stupid, ridiculous fucking music. So there it is. That's the culmination of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure right there. And I'm sick and tired of it. So you're damn right. That's why I watch old movies of Steven Seagal and Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme and fucking Lou Diamond and Phillips. You know what I'm saying? I hope you all get where I'm coming from here, all right?
Shekels can be even
N-word Johnson.
especially when
Okay,
there are
that's a great
many,
name.
many
N-word Johnson.
Alert! Alert! Another chimp out underway at your local Wendy's. For your own safety, please, seek shelter immediately.
No, what's up with that? Is that for real? Do we have another attack on a Wendy's? What's up with Black Lives Matter and Antifa and Wendy's? I don't understand why they keep attacking Wendy's for. Isn't Wendy's like one of the few fast food joints that actually use real beef for their burgers? And what the fuck's the problem? Seriously, what the fuck's the problem? Anyway, continue, man. All right, what else we got? We got the trans rabbi.
Especially when there are many,
Okay, the
many
trans rabbi.
Happy Pride Month, Fruitler. Here's a landmine. Watch out. Pick one of these. 1.
All right, well, I'll choose one. I think you said 1, 2, or 3. All right, we'll take... and it's me, not the chat, so don't get yourself excited, chat. All right? Anyway, let's continue. Who else we got? We got
Shekels
women
can be
are
even
stinky
dearer,
holes in the house. What's
especially
up,
when there are
dude?
many, many of them.
A Jewish man with a dog.
I don't like that, dude. That sounds like the intro to a bad joke that I probably don't even want to hear the punchline to there. Women are stinky holes. But thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Cheers to you. Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend.
Shekels
And
can
there's
be even
Chicago
dearer,
Cowboy.
especially when there are many, many of them.
And now for a cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. I swear that this isn't the cover from Dimebag's favorite band.
It's not Dimebag's favorite band, you dickhead. Are you kidding me? Like Brokeback, Broke Dick, Nickelback would be Dimebag Darrell's favorite fucking band. Get the hell out of here with that malarkey, all right? But thank you anyway, Chicago Cowboy. I hope that everything's going good for you, considering the last episode in which, you know, you encompassed a lot of harassment by folks, and my apologies on that, but that's the internet for you, you know, that's the internet.
Shekels
We
can
got
be
Ashley
even
in the
dearer,
house. What's going on? Long time no
especially
see,
when there are
Ashley.
Many, many of them.
Cheers, Ghost. I'm still alive. I think your show needs more goth shit.
More
Here's
goth
the king
shit.
of goth metal himself. Maybe your male listeners can take an aesthetic lesson or two from this absolute real man.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't know who you're talking about, Ashley, but I'm going to make a guess. Are you talking about Peter Steele? I'm just making a guess. Probably not, all right? Probably not.
Shekels can
And
be even
what is
dearer,
this? We got Franco
especially
Di
when there are
Serono.
many,
All
many
right,
of
all right.
them.
In the late 90s, there was a pretty great metal scene in Canada. Give it a shot. It's fast and has some brutal riffs, but you might end up enjoying it.
All right, well, I never knew of any Canadian metal artists. You know, I have no idea who the hell, I can't even name a Canadian metal artist right off the top of my head. I can't even think of one. So I look forward to it there, Franco Di Serono. I appreciate that, man.
Shekels
And
can be even
Chicago
dearer,
Cowboy here
especially
again.
when there
I
are
hope it's a
many,
real
many
Chicago
of
Cowboy.
them.
Hey Ghost, been on a bit of a music that have been in video games I love kick. So have a bit of southern rap about everything big.
Southern rap? Southern rap. All right, great. All right, anyway, let's continue. What is this?
This boy wants to know where I buy an Alamo Heights fidget spinner.
I don't fucking know where the hell you fucking... A fidget spinner? What the hell is that?
I'd buy that for $1.
All right.
All fags
All
are
right,
pedos.
look, I don't condone what the hell just was said right there. I absolutely do not... Look, I am celebrating Pride Month, okay? All right, even though, you know, I may have some disagreements with the LGBTQ community, especially when it comes to them targeting children for whatever reason, and this whole transgenders in female sports thing. I'm not even joking around. I don't get it. I have no idea, but still, I do want to let y'all know we don't condone that. And $14.88. Who the hell donates that, man? What a LARPing fucking Nazi right there. All right, who else do we got here? We got Fauci.
Oh no. Oh God. It happened again. The Republicans caught me lying under oath. President Biden, give me more false bullshit to tell the American people and cover this up.
Well, it's not just Biden here. I mean, and we're going to get to this here in a minute. Okay? Fauci is at the bottom of all this, and he's trying to do damage control as it relates to all the information that is coming out about him, his funding, or at least the agency that he runs, funding of the Wuhan lab in China, the funding of gain-of-function research, etc. And now you've got Fauci kind of running scared. And by the way, I tried to tweet out a tweet that was unfortunately deleted by the guy who tweeted it. But he was basically pointing out in an article that Fauci and Bill Gates were actually close buddies that actually stayed and communicated with each other every week or every 2 weeks or so. I mean, how convenient, how convenient. And not to mention how convenient the guy deletes the goddamn tweet. And speaking of tweet, let me get to some goddamn Twitter shout-outs. I completely forgot about Twitter shout-outs. It just goes to show you, you miss a weekend, you get discombobulated here. So if you want a quick Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is go to my Twitter account. The Twitter account is Capitalist Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Capitalist Ghost is the name to follow. And if you can retweet the tweet that states, The Ghost Show episode 229, New World Disorder is now live. If you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. Right here, right now. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs to be had, by the way, engineer? No. All right, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, we got Atsushi Sakahari. We've got Aquilian, Prince MP, Underdog, Johnny Cage Simp. Really? Johnny Cage Simp? Donnie Conquest, Netcore X, Switch the Channel, Wheelchair Jew, Rakesh Poor Jerry, Kamunga. What's going on to Kamunga? Salivery, Dakoff P, Villavu, Rich McConnell, Twisters for Texas, LOL. That's really fucking stupid, man. You're an asshole. Monkey de la Rocha, Standing While Pooping, No Face Killa, Another Person. We've got, was it Zudo 96, Obama Fish Tank. Go fuck off, whoever the hell said that. Fifth Fish, The Rookie, Based Ouija, Montgomery Ward. There's that the latest 80s store reference right there. We got Clown World, SCM, Kill All, I'm not going to say that name, Stream Troll Mike, Happy Krog Pride Month. And by the way, I saw EBZ. He's out there in New Orleans getting jiggy with it, filming his new rap video, I'm not mistaken. Captain Autism, Blessed Og, Corporal Autism, Holocaust Acknowledger. What the fuck does that mean? Uncuckable Alpha, Rabbi Israel Fact-Checkelstein, Women Are Stinky Holes, Saturday Night Troll Show Less Consistent Than in Biden's America. Go fuck off, dude. I had fucking storms over here. We got the boy Jake in the house. Plastic microphone for laziest man in broadcasting. Yeah, I only do 10 to 13 hours every time I'm fucking on the broadcast, and that still ain't enough. We got TXT in the house. RIP Seahorse Farm. Fucking Seahorse Farm? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Dixon Ghost Anous. Yeah, real funny. Rotting Meat for Ghosts. You see, everybody taking pride in the fact, since it's Pride Month, that I've had misfortune bestowed upon me. You see, this is my fans, by the way, all right? Angeltronic 101, Disney Gross, we got Mr. BN King, Bitcoin down by 50% at the end of this month, Swimming in San Antonio, Texas history teacher, Come On Maine in the house, Harp Me Daddy with My Power and My Food, go fuck off. Dorito Burrito, Eddie Current, Slippery Hoe in the house, Arlo Anders Breivik, I'm not going to say that name, Captain Cheesecake, Balljoy, Maria Pica, Pee Wee Herman Kane, real funny asshole, Lightweight Midget Coin Collector, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ghost Turns Fans Trans, yeah, that's what the fucking meme. Brandon, Sancho 13, Vietnam will never forget, we're coming for you. Okay, fuck you, whoever the hell said that. System 23, Memorial Day fishing trip. Fuck off with the fucking fish jokes already, all right? We've got Sad Face, the real West Coast capitalist, Paco Taco 17, Ghost Acolyte, MF Bistate, and there's J Money 9629. We've got Pride Month merch when? No, not never, all right? Big Hefe, Bleach, and I'm not going to say that disgusting name, all right? You people are sick. You're getting more sicker with these damn names than I can even imagine. President Morica of Antarctica, whoever the hell that is, Colonel Transisco, Fish Tank Blowout. Look at these fucking dickheads, dude. Sean Rushford, French Toast Crunch, Twilly Atkins made me trans. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Rosalina to Plumber, Corny the Crazy Clown, Reagan Wedge, I'm not going to say that racist shit either. Chicago Cowboy, Unparalleled Aesthetics, Stomple B, Cocaine Mitch, Sir Ghostus, I Need a Generator. Yeah, real funny, man. James the Snake, Jay White, the Trans Communist Cowboy. Good God. Mr. Evil. We got, I think that's about it. I think that's the extent of the Twitter shout-outs that we had to go through. Thank you all for hooking it up with the Twitter shout-outs, even though some of you were being a little fucked up, if you don't mind me saying so, you know what I'm saying? All right, what is this? Liar, just lazy. Dude, look up the reports for yourself. Okay, look up the reports for yourself, dude. I mean, you can look it up and see.
CPS is doing all we can so that we can get the power back up for you guys.
Fuck off, CPS, you piece of shit. Gunnar Sugden.
That's a hell of a masturbation, but you have no right to do what in front of the BOI. I'll take you down to Wong and see if he can reconsequent your granny's final resting place.
Jesus Christ, dude. Can y'all stop, man? Look, I just came back, dude, all right? I just came back. Can y'all give me a fucking break? Look at this. You suffocated your fish. How the fuck did I do it? I mean, seriously, how the fuck did I do it when the damn power went out? I mean, it's... Just shut up, all right? Generic. And Generic says, tired of globalist supply chains attacks ruining your ham bone festivities? Get yourself a Generac backup generator today. No more spoiled bean and cheese. Fuck you, whoever the fuck said that, all right? Punkawalla Walsman.
A father was putting his son to bed and the son said, "Dad, you're the best dad in the world," and father asked him why and his son said, "Because you take me to see Ghost's granny."
I'm telling you guys, you know, I mean, sometimes I'm glad. You know, I'm fucking glad that, you know, I didn't come this Saturday and Sunday. And, you know, even though it was spoiled by the CPS fucking leaving the power out for so long, I'm still glad. You know, look at how you fucking people are treating me. You know that? Look at how you fucking people are treating me, dude. Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this. I hope a shark eats you. You know that? I mean, these are my fans, by the way. I hope a fucking shark eats you. Jesus Christ, man. Chicago Cowboy.
To anyone making dead dad jokes, keep it up. After some thinking about it all, my dad's currently looking up at them and laughing his fat Japanese ass off.
All right, that's horrible, dude. All right, that is obviously not Chicago Cowboy, all right? We got one O-N-N-N-N-N-E in the house. What's up, dude?
Play this until 1:40 and after that here is an incredible Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man cage match.
Hulk Hogan Macho Man cage match. You're taking it old school now, one. All right?
I'd buy that.
Women are stinky holes. I bought a generator when Biden won because I knew he'd let China attack the supply chains. Get a gas and solar generator and perhaps an inverter for the car. I hate to say that, you know, you got to start thinking like a fucking prepper now because I've seen so much ridiculous crap happen here within the past 6 months that, yeah, you're going to have to plan like you're a fucking prepper. I'm not even kidding around.
I'd buy that.
High excuseler. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. There's no way my fucking power went out, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, what else we got here? All right, and what the hell? No friends to invite over. How the fuck do you know, first and foremost, all right? All right, and by the way, you're right. I don't necessarily have very many friends that I consider friends. The majority of the people that I know are associates, because you know how I feel about friendship, folks. I've always said that friendship is a pendulum. One party always weighs the other down. And what do I mean by that? Typically, especially in Western civilization, friendships are created in the context of this, okay? One person is dependent on another person. And when the person that is condoning the dependency for the other person decides, I'm not going to condone this anymore, I'm going to stop this, the person that's dependent gets violently upset, okay? Sometimes really violent, but most of the time it's, screaming and yelling, how could you do this? You used to always do this for me before, how dare you? And shit like that. That's friendships. That's the friendship model in Western civilization, all right? All right, and shut up. I'm not forever alone, dude. All right? Jesus Christ.
Shekels can be even dearer.
All right, what's going on?
Especially when there are many,
Katay in the
many
house.
of them.
Cheers, Ghost. Have a good night, man. Take a smoke if you got M if you can.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll take a smoke when we come to your donation there, because I got a little too high taking back-to-back smokes the last show, and started laughing for for no reason. But it sounded like I was laughing at something that I really wasn't laughing at, so I'm trying to take it easy, Katay. But thank you, man. Cheers to you, and cheers to the donation, man. Appreciate it.
Shekels can be
Monkey
even
de la
dearer.
Rocha.
Especially when there are many, many of them.
Happy Pride Month, Ghostler. Rest in piss, ghosts.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, dude. All right, thanks a lot. Another disrespect to my dead fish. That's fucking great. And who else we got? We got Crossover Maniac.
Buy some gourami for your aquarium. They can live in low oxygen water and even gulp surface air to supplement their oxygen supply. They would have not died had they been in your aquarium.
Well, I bought some fucking exotic fish that look colorful and pretty and shit, and that's why they didn't survive, dude. It's sad. It's really sad, Crossover Maniac. Thank you for giving me the recommendation, but I think that's it for me and fish, dude. I think I'm done with it. Tiger Shrimp LOL. Yeah, real funny, dude. Real fucking funny. You see, these are my so-called fans, dude. I mean, can you fucking believe this shit? And we got Katay again.
Excuse the BitChute link. The vid is scrubbed off YouTube. Georgia Guidestones, that was commissioned by a Rosicrucian, speak about maintaining balance through population control. Everything according to plan.
Yes, that is correct, Katay. And for all those that don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, well, you'll probably learn about them here when we get to Katay's video. So let me not spoil it. Cheers to Katay, but once again, all right? And what is this belly up?
Ghost's fish couldn't breath.
Couldn't breathe. All right, you think I had a knee on the gill or some shit? Get out of here, man, all right? What is this? It's a trailer. You fuck off, fucking trailer, you stupid dumb son of a bitch. And Mega Brony, imagine hating women leadership yet being a brony. Well, we all know you're a brony, Ghost. Don't play. Season 2 sucked. Dude, all right, whatever, all right? If that makes you sleep well at night there, Mega, that's fine, all right? Whatever. I'm not a fucking brony, dude. Never have, never will. I will never be obsessed with a fucking cartoon in my life. So, you can continue thinking that, but it ain't gonna be true, all right? It ain't true here. At Sushi Sakahari.
Throwback to when those Mexicans were landscaping your property, and one of them decided to slice one of your neighbor's cactus and drink the juices from within. Also, didn't they pike one of their koi as well? Why didn't you do anything to stop him? F.
Well, first of all, no, they didn't slice the fucking cactus. They physically ate the fucking cactus. I'm not fucking kidding around. And I had to go and buy a fucking, I don't want to talk about it, the amount of money I had to spend because some fucking, illegal Mexican fucking landscapers decided to eat my neighbor's cactus, physically eat it. They ate it. They weren't like, slicing it and, drinking the fucking water from it. They physically ate the fucking cactus. So, yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that, Atsushi Sakahara. Yeah, I just love being reminded about money that I just burned into thin air. I really appreciate it, all right? Jesus Christ.
Shekels can be even
Hey, we got J Money.
Especially when there are many, many of them.
Better Knuckles vid than before. Can't believe that they knew this much.
Okay, thank you, J Money. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at your Knuckles vid here. And what's going on?
Thank you for all you do.
Oh, thank you. I love being appreciated, man. You see, why can't you folks appreciate me just a little fucking bit, huh? Just a little bit, just a tad bit, instead of just, taking dirty diarrhea shits on my goddamn show and, besmirching me and shit like that. Come on, man.
Shekels.
Hey, we got a video going on as well.
Especially when there are many.
Another
many
video.
of them.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and hook up the video as well, man, all right? Thank you very much. Hey, wait a minute. SurgeRadio.org. Okay, SurgeRadio.org. DDoS that. We got it. Thanks a lot, dude. All right, what else we got? Nurse Shaniqua.
Mr. Albin, I was talking with Nurse Jessica and just want to inform you, I'll be helping you on Saturday when Nurse Jessica is out. And you're my children. Lady sounds like my Aunt Destiny. You know all them kids have different fathers? She a hood rat.
Great. Thank you very much to enlightening me about that 411 there, Nurse Shaniqua. All right, we appreciate it.
Steven Seagal is a fat fraud. He is a shit human being.
Jesus.
Guy is desperately trying to hang on to his dead career.
Dude, I mean, obviously, he's not going to be making any more action movies, okay? I mean, the movies were great, for Christ's sake. I mean, Out for Justice? You mean to tell me that you didn't like that fucking movie? Are you fucking kidding me? If you didn't, then you probably are somebody that whacks it to, like, I don't know, these fruity-ass Nickelodeon-made movies or some shit, man. I'm telling you, these fruity-ass, oh, women are so powerful, they're saving the day type movies or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Kamunga Strikes!
Hoping to this will be played on a Tuesday. Oh, never mind. Tuesday's gone.
I know what you mean, dude. I know what you mean by that, Kamunga Strikes. Cheers to Kamunga Strikes, all right? Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, all right? Alexander the Resurrection said, hey, Ghost, really sad you didn't show up Saturday. My apologies. I had a fantastic weekend. I got married to my beautiful girl, who's now my wife. Well, congratulations, dude. We are getting ready to leave the shithole known as California. Cheers to you, man, and big shout-outs to my wife, Michaela. Well, cheers to Alexander the Resurrection for getting married this weekend. And hopefully you have yourself a nice little walk of life with that little lady. All right, so cheers to you. Best of luck, and I hope everything's all good, man, all right? We got Prince MP.
Hey Ghost, since yesterday was my birthday, can I get a happy birthday song from you? I'd appreciate it. Also, happy Memorial Day to my brothers who gave their lives to the line of duty so we could breath free Semper Fidelis.
All right, well, I can agree to that. And Prince MP, it's his birthday. All right, so let's go ahead and hook it up with a little bit of a birthday tune for Prince MP. Is everybody ready? Let me get my voice ready here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Prince MP. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Your pants are torn on Channel 4 with a dirty whore. Cheers, Prince MP. Cheers, man, all right?
Shekels can be even
Laszlo.
especially when there are many, many of them.
Glad you're back, Ghost. Here's some fucking metal, ha ha ha.
I hope it is. I hope it is. We always enjoy metal around these parts. All right. By the way, Did you hear about this? I know I said this on one of my shows, that it has been scientifically, statistically, I guess, found out that people who listen to metal music are the highest income earners, believe it or not, all right? What a shock. You want to know why that is? Because people that listen to metal go against the grain, you know what I mean? They're not out here trying to look for some kind of embracing in fucking trendy mediocrity, you know what I mean? They're independent, man. Highest earners, metal listeners, not even joking.
Shekels.
And here's a back-to-back by
Especially
Laszlo here.
Especially when there are many, many of them.
Fuck it, and another metal song. Fuck, I'm feeling it today.
All right, well, cheers to Laszlo. I hope it is a real metal song, man. Cheers to you. All right, thank you very much, man. Where is the son of Ghost? What the hell are you talking about? You see, I don't even know who you're making reference to, you know, because a lot of people you call different folks that are in this broadcast my son, so I have no idea who you're talking about.
Shekels can be even
Carl
dearer,
Longshaft.
especially when there are many, many of them.
A good song for the beginning of Pride Month.
Oh, Jesus. I have a bad feeling about that one already, dude. I already have a bad feeling about Carl Longshaft. And Peppermint Swirl here.
Just chill out.
Just chill out. Well, thank you, Peppermint Swirl. Once again, we got a lot of donos coming in, man, so we're probably not going to get to these video donos for another couple hours, so please keep that in mind, all right? Women are stinky holes.
The reason why anime neckbeards do a 180 and become women is so they can get reverse pedo gratification by living as little girls with daddies.
Well, you know, I've never really thought about it that way, but that could potentially be true. I want to be completely honest because I don't know if you know this, but within the transgendered community, since, you know, this is Pride Month, there is a whole category, from what I understand, of pornographic material of traps or AKA, I guess, males trying to be females that are purposely trying to make themselves look like anime characters. And that, with all due respect, is now a category of pornographic material. So that goes to show you that there may be some validity in what Women Are Stinky Holes is saying here, right? And what is this? I'm power bot. Yeah, fuck you, you idiot. All right, go fuck off, whoever the hell's making me say that shit. And Nurse Jessica. Hey, wait a minute. How come? Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that. Dead fish merch win. I missed that one. Dead fish merch win.
Mr. Albin, how's Swimmy doing? Don't answer. I know I can trust you
And
with
here's
him.
Nurse Jessica.
It's not like you're gonna feed him the rat poison I left by the tank. Just because you have tunnel vision, or are dyslexic, or bald, or crippled, doesn't mean you're that stupid.
I'm none of those, okay? And by the way, Dead Fish merch win. I know I skipped your dono. It still popped up. And fuck you for saying Dead Fish merch win. And Nurse Jessica, you know, why are you coming at my dead fish, man, all right? Jesus Christ. Look at this.
I'd buy that for $1.
Ghost 1, Fish 0. I mean, yeah, this is what I have to fucking put up with, dude. I mean, you know what, never mind, dude. I hate even trying to complain about it. Forum shoutouts fun. Come on, Maine. All right, calm down. I mean, you know, we got to get through the whole show first, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
And what is this? Ghost fish is a ghost. What a fucking bunch of dicks, dude. What a fucking bunch of dickheads, man. I shouldn't have even said anything on Twitter. Every time I say something, and look, there's a dying fish sticker that they just thrown up in the chat room. That's fucking great, dude. That's great. West Coast Capitalist.
Oh God, engineer, it happened again. I soiled Ghost's wheelchair. Come clean it up before Ghost sends me to the woodshed.
That's not the real West Coast Capitalist. Get the fuck out of here, right? Lord Titicaca,
Have
6'9".
an interview of Yuri Bezmenov in 1984 predicting the future to a terrifying degree. He tried to warn us and we didn't listen.
Well, you know, a lot of people tried to warn us and we didn't listen. You know, we were too busy, I don't know, fucking getting infatuated with video games and, you know, fetishizing goddamn cartoons and being man-children and shit like that. That's what happened. It sucks. And, you know, it's sad. What is this? Semi-morse-knee-cases? I don't know what the fuck is in bed every video. I don't know what the fuck the hell that means. What is this? Steven Seagal, Putin is waiting for our fight. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I know that Steven Seagal, I think that this is what they're making reference to, has defected to Russia. He's now a Russian citizen, and he was recently, I guess here this past weekend, showing his support for Putin's party in Russia. So, believe it or not, yeah, Steven Seagal actually lives in Russia. He's actually a full-fledged Russian citizen. He's denounced his goddamn... his U.S. citizenship, and yeah, that's where we're at, you know? High-ranking globalist.
Ghost, what's the point in making all this money when you're almost at the end of the road? You have like 20 years left to live. You have more than enough. Retire and live a good life. Why continue to put up with this crap? Come to the globalist side.
There it is, you see, there it is. He's globalist. I mean, I think they're really trying to come at me at this point in time. Like, I've always told you guys, I feel like I have neutrino beams being shot at my head, and they're trying to convince me to go into the globalist side, which I haven't yet. But they're calling me, you know, there's this voice in my head, Ghost, why do you care about these people, Ghost? These people don't even care about themselves, Ghost. They don't even care about their children, Ghost. You need to be a part of the globalist, Ghost. We've got to put cancer in the vaccines, Ghost. And, you know, that's globalism in a nutshell, all right? I'm just saying, all right? What is this, Ghost? Fake Ghost.
Oh, God. It happened again. West Coast capitalist soiled my wheelchair.
Oh,
Engineer,
Jesus
come get my
Christ.
son so
All
I
right.
can spank him in the woodshed.
Go fuck off, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Fish.
I was your only friend and you let me die.
Shut up about the fish jokes already, all right? They're starting to piss me off, all right? Good fucking God, you fucking trolls, man. The IC confirmed we paid $300 for your friendship, thought we were your friends. I mean, wait, what are you talking about? The IC are my friends, dude. Fucking, dude, what a bunch of fucking dickheads you people are today, man. It's my comeback show, T and Apostle.
Chicago Cowboys mom visited multiple bars in the months after her husband's death. It's all over her Facebook. She's obviously looking for Alabama Black Snake. She moved on after a few months, meaning she never loved him. Prognosticator strikes again.
Come on, that's not the real T and Apostle, and can we leave Chicago Cowboy alone here? All right? Jesus Christ, man. Enough of that shit, please, all right? And speaking of Chicago Cowboy...
No, that was actually me. Keep up the dead dad jokes. If I know my dad, he's looking up at them and laughing his butt off.
That's not the real West Coast capitalist. Man, leave West Coast capitalist, or excuse me, leave Cowboy... Sorry, leave Chicago Cowboy and West Coast capitalist alone. Jesus Christ. What is this? Fish. And, I'm dead. That's fun. Whoever did that, all right, that was a little funny, all right? Stream Troll Mike.
Keep your friends close and your fish tank closer.
Fuck off, all right? Look, enough of the fish tank shit. Jesus Christ, man. Could y'all just leave that shit alone already? Texas flooding, LOL. You see, look at this. Look at this. My fans, by the way. Texas flooding, LOL. That's great, dude. That's just great. Engineer Sunday.
Hey, Engineer, great show Sunday. Couldn't believe Ghost finally let you host an episode of the Engineer Show from his studio. Also couldn't believe you got so many great guests. The cruise interview was fantastic. Ghost, Engineer should host more often.
Shut the fuck up, all right? And don't even kid around about that, man. I'm the fucking talent here, okay? Ghost, that's why it's called the Ghost Show, for Christ's sake, man. Bill the Seahorse.
Dad, how could you? It's lonely in the sewer. Oh God, oh help, I am pregnant.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Just enough of the fucking fish already, man. Private Ghost.
In honor of Memorial Day, can you tell us a candid story from your time in Vietnam?
Get the fuck out of here. Dude, I don't want to talk about Viet fucking Nam, all right? Jesus fucking Christ. What is it, George Flounder?
Help I can't breathe Ghostifer. I can't breathe. I ain't go no air. Ghost I can't breathe I can't breathe. I got discarbon in my neck. I can't breathe man I can't breathe. Mama ghost I can't breathe.
I mean,
Wahaha.
dude, this
I
is
didn't do
fucked
nothing
up,
man.
dude.
I can't breathe.
How the fuck can you kid around with the death of my fish inserting some horrific, disgusting George Floyd joke? George Flounder, go fuck off. You see, you even pissed off my dog. Women are stinky holes.
Going to preemptively say the WEF's cyber pandemic is fake. Globalists are attacking the supply chain to force us to buy their alternatives, vegan meat, electric cars, and justified digital totalitarian measures.
Well,
Ransomware is easily mitigated.
I do want to say women are stinky holes, that I was going to allude to that later on in the broadcast, because I don't believe that miraculously we're getting all these super hacks that are affecting the supply chain. This is definitely something that is trying to force scarcity, that is attempting to try to ruin the distribution of goods. And what you alluded to force us to buy shit like bugs to eat. You know what I mean? I'm not joking. That's the end goal for globalists. You will eat bugs and you will like it.
I'd buy that.
Pinochet.
Master, what was that horrible screeching you were doing? AWOOOOO. Make it stop. Woo. I'm gonna bite your nuts next time you do that.
Man, can you stop talking about my fish, my dog, all that? Enough of this, all right? Enough of this garbage.
I'd buy that.
Revenge of the N-word.
Nigger.
Ah, jeez. I don't condone that, man, all right? Whoever the hell just did that, I don't condone this racist crap, all right? Jesus Christ.
I'd buy that.
Steven Seagal.
I'm glad I turned down your interview. You sound like a retarded
Yeah,
Alex
go
Jones.
fuck off,
Death
all right?
to America.
Yeah, go fuck off. Alex Jones has been ripping me off for almost 14 years of my illustrious internet broadcasting career. And fucking Alex Jones been ripping me off so long, you didn't even fucking take me out for a cup of coffee, for Christ's sake. What a piece of shit.
I'd buy that.
Ghost raped my fish. Now I'm raping fish all of a sudden. You see? Yeah. Unfucking believable, dude. Unfucking believable. And when Art Hammond...
Ghost bringing him up his dead fish is just him fishing for sympathy from us. Also, Women Are Stinky Holes was doing a good job describing Ghost audience with the trans weebs who want daddies. Ghost made weebs trans who want daddies. It's confirmed.
Well, that's obviously not the real Art Hammond, because, I mean, from what I understand, I think the real Art Hammond would take a tranny ass if the option was there. So I don't know if that's the real Art Hammond. And a Fischler, asshole.
Hey bro, sorry to hear about your fish. It seems like you have a personal hole that needs to be filled now. You should really look into getting a snake instead. If the power goes out in your trailer again, they won't die.
All right, great. Yeah, let me just get let me go get a fucking snake. Yeah, that's fucking great. Another fake ghost.
Oh god, it happened again. I drowned my goldfish and now he's dead. Engineer, come help me get rid of the evidence.
God, Jesus Christ, man. Can you fucking fuck off? The fish. You dumped your COVID shot into my tank and you killed me. We will kill you one day. Okay, great. All right, it's... Dude, shut the fuck up about the fish. Seriously, man. I mean, shut the fuck up about it. I'm upset that the damn lights went out for 9 hours and killed my fish. I don't need to be fucking reminded of it and be made fun of about it. All right, so fuck off, man. And what, Art Hammond?
Hey Chicago cowboy, can I come to Chicago so I can take a big stinky shit in your mouth and then we blow chunks in each other's mouths and then get legless cripples like Ghost to come jack us off? That would be totally legit.
Jesus
oh
Christ,
my,
you
nigger.
sick prick. You sick fucking prick, dude. I'm telling you, some of you guys, I mean, I know y'all are trying to be edgelords and shit, but some of this stuff is really fucking disgusting, man, all right?
Shekels can
It
be
was a
even
MAGA
bigger,
brony.
especially when there are many, many of them.
Here's a flashback in time. Based EQD article. Could you read the article and some comments sorted by best?
By best? Okay, I guess so, MAGA brony. I mean, I really don't like to, You know, I really don't like to go to other sites, but of course, you know, you fucking bronies for whatever reason think you're above the rules, so I guess so, you know.
Buy that for a
The
dollar.
Chicago
You killed my dad. He died of fish masturbation.
the Chicago capitalist fish. All right, get the fuck out. Look, enough of this crap. And by the way, somebody just donated $2. Fish Benoit. You know, I'm old enough to remember two simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you heard of on the news was an internet broadcaster strangling his fish. Yeah, fucking stupid, dumb fuck.
I'd buy
Yeah,
that
you
for a
drowned your
dollar.
goldfish. Yeah. Fuck off! Jesus Christ, we got a $2 bill. Baby Stormper. Fuck off, asshole.
I'd buy that
Say
for a
so.
dollar.
Bikiri. Fuck you! Fuck you for trying to make me say something like that, you fucking piece of shit.
I'd buy that for a dollar.
George Fishy
Ghost,
Floyd.
I can't breathe. Please. I can't breathe. Don't leave me here.
Enough of the damn George Floyd jokes in relation to my dead fish. That's not really funny at all, dude. That's horrible. And, you know, anybody that's listening to this broadcast is going to cringe hard when they hear some shit like that, all right?
I'd buy that for a
This
dollar.
show seems fishy. This show seems fishy. I should have, you know, I should take a month off again. A fucking few months off again, for fuck's sake, man.
I'd buy that
Ozark
for a
Cat
dollar.
Lady.
Please do radio graffiti tonight. I am really troubled about a few things and need to seek your counsel. Answer 479 please. I appreciate all that you do. Keep kicking ass, Ghost. Don't mind the trolls. They're just fucking with you to get a reaction.
All right, well, thank you, Ozark Cat Lady. We're going to try to do some radio graffiti. We got a lot of different donos here. And, you know, I can't, dude, I know that y'all think it's hilarious and y'all keep me on the broadcast for 10 to 13 hours and shit. I can't keep doing this shit. I keep telling you. That's why, I mean, I don't understand what it's going to take to get through your heads, man. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I'd buy that for
Fish
a
sticks
dollar.
for Memorial Barbecue. At least it wasn't a total waste. Fish sticks for Memorial Barbecue. That's fucking great. And by the way,
I'd buy that
Ghosts
for a dollar.
Fishing Scam, you asshole. Fuck you, all right? Fuck whoever donated that piece of shit. And by the way, $2 from Lord Titicaca69. Forgot to add the 20 cents to the Yuri Brizmanov video. Here, have $2. Keep up the great work, Ghost. Thank you. I appreciate it, all right? I do appreciate it. Jesus Christ. One
that
fish,
for a
two
dollar.
fish, dead fish. Oopsie. Oh, my God. All right, I'm about done with these damn donos, dude, all right?
buy that
Here, well,
for
here's
a
a fake
dollar.
Donald Trump.
If I am skunk-headed, then you are a tinfoil-headed loser. The only people that take you seriously have relaxed brains. Many such cases. Sad. GameStop and AMC to the moon, baby.
Oh, jeez. You know, I'm so sick of you dumbasses keep saying, oh, such and such to the moon. You fucking idiots, dude. I can't wait till you all lose all your money, you dumb fucking shitheads. And I got something to say to these Wall Street bets assholes, to these Dogecoin assholes. Let's just wait until we get to the financial portion of the broadcast, which will start here in a few minutes. And I'm going to lay into these fucking nimrods. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. All right?
I'd buy that.
And Art Hammond...
Well, Ghost, since you brought it up, and yes, that was me. I'd be down to have a nice one stand with one of your audience members since a good number of them are trans. Transthetic? Would you care to spend a night with me? It would be lovely. Also, nigger.
And by the way, you know, with all due respect to Art Hammond, I mean, who would be the top and who would be the bottom in that scenario, okay? I mean, it makes me want to throw up nasty chicken grease and corn oil and cream of wheat with 5-day-old cereal and stomach plasma just thinking about it, all right? So thank you for implanting that vision in my fucking head, you sick bastard.
I'd buy
West
that
Coast
for a
Capitalist,
dollar.
I'm going to kick your dog, drown your goldfish. Oh, wait, somebody beat me to the punch, but I can still leave you in a puddle of your own blood and piss, and all you can do is look back at me with a yellow smile about it. Yeah, thanks for fucking quoting me, by the way, all right, asshole? And what is this? McDonald's?
Use coupon code GHOST to claim a free Filet-O fish sandwich. Limited time only.
All right. We're done with this shit. All right, let's go ahead and stop with the malarkey that we've been having to conduct here for the past, 45 minutes or so. And can we just get on with the damn show, please? All right. Now, let's go ahead and get right into the financial portion of the broadcast, okay, folks? Now, once again, I do want to reiterate with everybody when it comes to the stock market, I am not a buyer in this stock market at all. And the reason I'm not buying in this stock market is because, look, we all know that the Fed and them printing money causing massive amounts of inflation is really the catalyst on why you're seeing a Dow Jones Industrial about to hit 35,000 points. Okay, you've got all this money being circulated in fiat currency all over America, and that's why you have dumbasses that are dumb money that are going into meme stocks, that are going into meme coins, etc. There's just too much money circulated. As I stated on many shows here in the past couple of shows, that in the month of April, we had 4.2% inflation alone for the month of April. So if we were to take those types of, if we were to take that and continue forward month after month, averaging 4%, 4 and change percent, by the end of this year, by the end of this goddamn year, we will see a depletion of the buying power of America by at least 30%, if not more, just on the rate of inflation that we're going. Now, I've said this time and time again, folks, the Federal Reserve has now, I don't know if it's their fault, I don't know if they intended to do this, but inflation has gotten away from them. And in my personal opinion, I think that they're going to have to pull the plug on these damn near zero interest rates before it turns into a serious economic problem. Okay, and the reason I say this, folks, is because what we're seeing is now that we're seeing the prices of everything go higher because of inflation, it's going to start to affect the consumer buying power. All right, and if their buying power is going to go down 30% this year because of inflation, well, then how does that calculate when you've got everything going up in price? Okay, everything from the damn energy prices, everything from stock prices, gold prices, real estate prices, etc. I mean, how does that compute? At some point, even if the Federal Reserve allows this to continue to go forward, you're going to start seeing losses. You're going to start seeing many corporations in the stock market not meeting the street's expectations, even though we're printing money out of the wazoo. So, folks, I think we're headed into an inevitable type of painful situation economically in this country. We're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If we don't do anything, folks, we're going to go into a hyperinflation situation that is going to be similar to Venezuela. Now, if we do something and we raise interest rates, or the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, automatically every price of every asset goes down in value. And you see, that's why I'm warning each and every one of you that are listening to me. If I was you, I would strongly try to get some kind of cash reserve as a majority of your portfolio. Okay? The cash reserve in your portfolio will be a safety net when the Federal Reserve finally raises interest rates. Because once again, folks, the reason the Federal Reserve raises interest rates is to recall all that outstanding currency, okay? And when they do that, when they finally raise interest rates and recall that outstanding currency, instantaneously, assets are going to decrease in value. And if you're somebody that has the majority of your wealth in stocks, in crypto, in real estate, in whatever, art, gold, whatever it is, it's going to instantaneously go down in value massively right as the announcement of the Federal Reserve raising interest rate happens. And the only thing that's going to save anyone who's an investor is if they have cash reserves. Because what gains in value when you raise interest rates? the United States dollar gains value. And what happens when the dollar gains value? That means people start saving it. It means people stop being so generous and buying products and widgets. People stop buying meme stocks. People stop buying shit because the value of the dollar encourages people to save. And another result and another side effect of that is a lack of economic opportunity for individuals in America. So I'm telling you this right now. We're in some serious trouble if we do something or we do nothing. But there's economic pain around the corner, and the first tail sign for everybody should be these meme stocks and these meme coins. The fact that you've got people with more money than sense buying dying companies because some jerk off on Reddit says so and tries to put a spin on it that, hey guys, you know what we're trying to do? We're trying to do the short squeeze. I hate that fucking term. We're trying to do a short squeeze on Wall Street, man. And we're going to try to stick it to the man, dude. You're not understanding. We're going to make Wall Street pay. Dude, you know what you fucking idiots in Wall Street bets are doing? Whoever are the originators of this scam, which are Roaring Kitty and the people on Wall Street Bets and the first wave of investors, are the only ones that are actually going to profit from this trash. Everyone else is a sucker. Everyone else is going to be holding bags out here. And as a matter of fact, they think that they're smarter than Wall Street. They are not. I don't know, did y'all hear about this? Well, first and foremost, let me show you what happened to AMC, okay? Put the PC shot on. This happened this morning, courtesy of the idiots from Wall Street Bets, all right? AMC stock rallies on planned $8.5 million share sale, okay? AMC's, well, it's for the year, 1,132%, thanks to the Wall Street Bets idiots. All right, now this is what happened this morning, okay? A firm by the name of Merdrick, all right, the Merdrick firm, Merdrick Capital, announced that it was going to buy $230.5 million worth of AMC at $27.12 a piece, a 3.8% premium over Friday's closing price of AMC. Now, this was this morning. Okay, this was this morning. Everybody's like, yeah, AMC to the moon, guys. Yeah. Did you see? We've actually got Merdrick Capital, all right, investing $230 million at $27 a piece. Yay, spaghetti. Well, did you know what happened not too long after that particular, after this announcement? Let me show you what happened, okay? All right, they literally, Merdrick Capital bought 8.5 million shares, or $230 million worth of AMC shares, and guess what? Sold them instantaneously because they knew that these dumbasses from Wall Street Bets were going to instantly react to the fact that, oh my God, Merdrick Capital bought 8.5 million shares of AMC. AMC to the moon, dude. Well, they bought it and they sold it the same day, claiming that the damn stock was terribly overvalued. And guess what? Merdrick Capital, whoever the hell this is, the guy who owns it is this guy by the name of Jason Merdrick of Merdrick Capital. He instantaneously made $40 million. And guess where those dollars came from? They came right from the idiots from Wall Street Bets in one single day. One single day, $40 million profit from these Wall Street Bets idiots. Okay? And let me tell you how they did it, because it's unfucking believable how Merdrick Capital did this. Okay? They didn't even have to really upfront put up the money. You see, Merdrick Capital underwrote bonds that are encompassed within the debt of AMC. And we all talked about how AMC has a substantial amount of liabilities, has a substantial amount of debt, etc. Well, Merdrick Capital actually funded $100 million worth of AMC debt in a bond sale. And what Merdrick Capital did is said, look, sell us $230 million worth of stock at a 3% premium of Friday's close, okay? And 100 million of that is automatically paid for by the debt that we gave you. All right, and we'll go ahead and, put up the other 130 million so that we can purchase 8.5 million shares of AMC. Once they did that, they waited till Monday morning and unloaded it all for a $40 million profit. Merdrick Capital didn't even have to do a goddamn thing. I mean, unbelievable profit. Unbelievable. For literally overnight, $40 million. And guess what? The idiots that are a part of Wall Street Bets think that the people from AMC Entertainment are actually selling off these damn stocks so that they can recapitalize their business model, which, let's be honest, okay? They're selling these damn fucking these stocks as a means of fattening the corporate pocketbooks, of a balloon payment to every damn corporate executive before AMC decides that it's going to finally stop the charade and file for bankruptcy. All right, so I'm just simply stating all these idiots in Wall Street Bets think that they have Wall Street beat. They just ganked them out of $40 million overnight. And that's $40 million of Wall Street Bet morons' money. All right, I'm not even joking around. So, once again, and by the way, why do y'all fucking dumbass idiots, or why are y'all doing this for AMC? Y'all know that the majority of AMC is owned by China, right? I mean, that's another suspicious thing that has me kind of looking at this whole goddamn Wall Street Bet scam with a jaundiced eye. I mean, why are you going after AMC when it's a failed Chinese investment at this point? I mean, who the hell are Wall Street Bets really trying to save here? Are they really trying to save the man? I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm telling y'all, I mean, I cannot wait for everyone on Wall Street Bets to lose their fucking money. All right, and you've got nobody to blame but yourself. So go fuck yourselves, all right, you dumbasses? Seriously. And by the way, if you just so happen to be one of these dumbasses who actually made a profit off of this pump and dump scam with AMC or GameStop or in crypto, all right, I've got something to tell each and every one of you, okay? Take a look at what Biden is calling for. And Biden is going right after all the tard money that has actually made profits within the meme stock, meme crypto bullshit. Take a look at this. I'm not even joking around. Y'all are going to love this. Y'all are going to love this, especially all you meme fucking stock, meme crypto investing idiots. Put the PC shot on. Take a look at this.
Meantime, the Biden administration warning investors a higher percentage on a proposed new capital gains tax may very well be retroactive, guys. You ready for that? Robert Frank joins us.
Listen to this.
Robert.
Good morning, Andrew. President Biden officially calling for the largest capital gains tax increase in history to be retroactive. His budget release Friday calls for the tax hike to take effect April 28th, 2021. So that was more than a month ago. If this passes...
That is correct. Pause this. What Biden is saying is that he wants the capital gains tax to go from 23.8% right now to 43.4% and have it retroactive, meaning that anything made after April 28th, all right, is literally fair game when it comes to taxation. So even if they happen to pass this law this year, next year, okay, it's hitting up everybody that made major capital gains in crypto, all the meme stock investors, because look, I'm going to be completely honest. Most of these folks that made money on Wall Street Bets or in the Dogecoin pump and dump, all the people that actually made out with cash, they did it in their own personal name. They did it in their own personal name, and that's what this capital gains tax is all about. It's not about corporate taxes. It's about personal capital gains taxes. So all of you people that made all this money after April 28th are going to have to, if this bill is passed, 43.4% in capital gains tax. All right, so how do you like those apples? You've got Joe Biden going right after the crypto, right after the meme stock investors. And doesn't this kind of kick you right in the craw? I mean, because you Wall Street bets idiots think that you're doing something valiant by short squeezing those that are shorting these dumb fucking dying companies. You're claiming that,
oh man, we're trying to make Wall Street lose money, man. You're not understanding. Wall Street's going to lose money off of our short squeeze.
All you did was put a whole bunch of people who actually profited off of this whole short squeeze pump and dump. You actually gave them a very big problem with the IRS. Because how many of these folks are actually going to pay taxes on this easily acquired wealth or riches via pump and dumps in meme stocks or meme cryptos? All right? I mean, you just gave a serious fucking problem to those. And I'm telling you right now, folks, I mean, this is not a joke. I know that you folks think that,
oh, well, it's okay, Ghost. I mean, I made the money. I guess I got to fucking pay 43% in taxes. Maybe I can put some of it in the Caymans. Maybe I can hide some of it in crypto. Maybe I can do this, do that.
Oh, yeah? Take a look at this. Biden seeks $80 billion to bolster IRS tax enforcement. Now, why the hell do you think that Joe Biden wants to put $80 billion to bolster IRS? Because they're going after the tard money. All you idiots in Wall Street bets, all of you Dogecoin idiots are about to be taken to the fucking cleaners. Okay, if you made any kind of profit from this whatsoever and do not pay the retroactive tax of 43%, or actually you just say 44% capital gains tax, then you're going to be in some serious shit. You're going to be in some serious fucking shit. So there you go, all right? All you idiots that thought y'all were fucking getting rich off meme coins and meme stocks, y'all just got fucked in the ass by Joe Biden, all right? And if the Democrats happen to fucking pass this capital gains tax, y'all are in some serious shit. And guess what? Joe Biden has already capitulated on not raising corporate taxes too much. Remember, he initially wanted to raise corporate taxes to 30-something% from the current rates of 21%. He has now capitulated and said, all right, we'll only raise it to 25%, which 25% corporate taxes is very manageable. And how many of these Wall Street bets and Dogecoin tards actually traded on a corporate account? Probably in a very small 1 percentile range, if that. And most of the people that are involved in all this dumbass, ridiculous pump and dumpetry are going to be in some serious fucking trouble. So enjoy, folks, all right? Enjoy thinking that you got one over on the man, because Joe Biden's coming right after your tard money. And many of those folks that made money in the meme coins and meme cryptos are the same fucks that voted for this scumbag. All right? I mean, if you don't believe me, take a look at this article, all right? Put the PC shot on. More millennials own crypto than any other generation. All right, so you know that there's a lot of dumb money in this market when millennials own more than all the other generations. Take a look at this. A recent study found 49% of millennials polled own cryptocurrency compared to 38% of Gen Xers and 13% of Gen Zers. And we all know the millennials are just dumb, complete, incompetent, failure to launch shitheads. So they're going to be the ones holding the bag out here. And if they're not holding the bag and they actually manage to profit, they're going to be the ones taxed at 44%. All right, so there it is. Enjoy, you dumbass millennials who thought,
hey, we're getting one over on the man, dude. Want to know why? Because Roaring Kitty said so, dude.
Give me a fucking break. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and continue. I just wanted to give that piece, or a little bit of my perspective on what exactly is happening with this whole meme stock, meme crypto phase. Y'all are about to get royally FUCK'd, if you will. All right, let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrial, okay? Now, once again, Dow Jones Industrial is up today, up modestly. It was actually up triple digits this morning until we got some economic data, and that, of course, kind of flatlined any potential increases today. But the Dow was still up 45.86 points, a percentage increase of 0.13%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 34,575.31 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P. It was down modestly today. It was down 2.07%, a percentage decrease of 0.05%, closing out the S&P at 4,202.04 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. It's also down 12.26 points, a percentage decrease of 0.09%, closing out the NASDAQ at 13,736.48 points for the NASDAQ composite. And wait a minute, I've got idiots in the chat room claiming, oh, your day is coming too, Boomer. You know how to evade taxes. I'm not evading fucking taxes. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not evading taxes. I pay all my taxes. I don't know what the fuck you idiots are talking about. And there's some idiots saying, well, you don't use your real names on your corporate account. Who gives a shit? Do you think the fucking IRS gives a shit who the fuck is on the goddamn board? Do you think the IRS gives a shit if there's real, actual fucking names in the damn corporation bylaws? No, they don't. You know what they care about? They care about whether or not there's taxes being paid on the money in which those accounts reside in the name of whatever corporation. All right? So for you idiots to try to sit over here and talk shit that, oh, well, you know, you're evading taxes, and I don't evade shit. I don't evade shit, all right? I pay all my taxes, and it doesn't matter what names are on the corporation. The IRS doesn't give a shit. They just care whether or not the entity is paying taxes. And you see, just a little side note, okay? This is what really busts most drug dealers and most organized criminals. Okay? Now, what do I mean by this? Okay? What ends up happening is this. Whenever you're a drug dealer or somebody who's dealing in some kind of illegal activity that's prohibited by law, and yet they don't necessarily bust you because you're physically dealing it or you yourself have your hands on it, etc., most drug dealers and criminal enterprisers get busted for tax evasion. And that's what ends up really busting most drug dealers and most folks in the criminal underworld is the fact that they don't pay any taxes on the money that they create or make in drug dealing. Now, if you were to somehow pay your taxes and showed the IRS that, hey, look, I mean, even though I was partaking in an illegal type of activity, I was still paying taxes. Well, then the IRS kind of leaves those people alone, and the only thing that they have to deal with is the criminal ramifications of dealing in whatever illegal substance, narcotic, etc. All right, so, I mean, you know, you guys could sit here and try to talk all the garbage that you want about the IRS this, the IRS that. I mean, I pay... I probably pay the fucking salary of your mother and father together, combined, when it comes to paying fucking taxes. So, get the fuck out of here. You don't know shit from Shinola, all right? So don't try to come at me and say, oh, gosh, you're fucking evading taxes. And all right? I'm just telling you that, you know, all you got to do is... own nothing, control everything, in the words of Nelson Rockefeller, okay? I mean, in your personal name, you want to make a living in your personal name, but you don't want to go over the threshold of major taxation. You know, you want to leave the money in corporate entities so that the corporate entities, can take care of you as an executive, take care of you as a worker, take care of you as a board member, etc. So I'm just saying, you know, for all you morons that are talking garbage at me, I think you better recognize is all I'm saying, baby, all right? I think you better recognize. Anyway, let us continue, folks. Let's get to commodities here because, once again, we are in the midst of a potential hyperinflation situation, and that means that we should see green on most of the commodities here, which we haven't because there's a lot of other factors that are factoring into the commodities prices. Supply chain problems, hacks, whatever the hell you want to look at it as. That's what's happening here. Let's go ahead and take a look at energy. Now, what have I told you about energy as soon as Joe Biden looked as though he was going to steal this election? I said, watch these energy prices, specifically crude oil, go up in price because we know that Joe Biden has already said that he was going to end domestic production of oil. And by doing so, you're automatically increasing the price of energy. Because if we are producing our own oil, then we don't need to purchase it from a third party like the OPEC countries. So I knew that this was going to go up in price. I mean, lest we forget, around the election time or after the election time, we saw prices of barrel of oil at about $30. Okay, like $30, $31. Take a look at it right now. WTI sweet crude is up 24 cents. A percentage increase of 0.35%. Current price for WTI sweet crude is $67.96 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude oil, folks. Take a look at this. Brent crude oil is up 26 cents. My bad. 26 cents. A percentage increase of 0.37%. Current price for Brent crude, $70.51 per barrel of Brent crude oil. I hope some of you folks actually entertained looking at an ETF that coincides with the increase of oil, or entertained an oil play by purchasing Exxon at November, December time, or some of these oil companies. Folks, this was the time to do it. And as far as I'm concerned, I continue to see a bullish approach on oil because of inflation. And I've read an article that Russia and the OPEC countries have already planned a production cut for July. They're just going to gradually go into it. So keep in mind, when we were in the Obama administration, we saw WTI sweet crude go as high as $120, $130 a barrel. So I'm just simply stating, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, Brent crude up 26 cents. Once again, Brent crude, $70.51 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline, it is up 0.41% increase. We've got natural gas down, it is down 0.61%, and heating oil is up 0.31%. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! All right, we've got gold down today, $4.40, a percentage decrease of 0.23%. Current price for gold is $1,900.60 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver. It is also down today, 21 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.74%, closing out silver at $27.90 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper. It is up modestly, 0.09%. We've got platinum down 0.38%. Current price for platinum is $1,191.31 per troy ounce of platinum. Let us get to the agricultural commodities, shall we? Grains. Corn is down 0.51%. Wheat is down 0.47%. Oats is up 0.26%. Rough rice is down 0.15%. Soybean is up 0.23%. Soybean oil is up 0.18%. And canola is up 0.57%. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? We've got cocoa, the base for chocolate. It is up 0.45%. We've got coffee. It is down modestly today, 0.80%. Sugar is up 1.90%. Now, we continue to see increases in sugar. That's a very curious increase. I wonder if it has a lot to do with a lot of the destabilization going on right now in the South American region, whether it's Colombia, Venezuela, Guatemala, El Salvador, Chile. I mean, there's a lot of destabilization going on down there, and I'm speculating that's what's causing the increase in sugar. Because remember, folks, America does not produce sugar. That's why, unfortunately, we have to produce a substitute for sugar called high fructose corn syrup. Anyway, let us continue, folks. All right, orange juice is up 0.84%. Cotton is down 0.06%. Lumber continues to go down. Finally, lumber is down 3.21%. And let me tell you, that lumber is starting to affect everything. The height in the price of lumber is not just affecting home building prices, it's affecting furniture prices that are made in wood. It's affecting anything wood-based. So it's good to see that come down to some extent. Rubber is down 1.96%, and ethanol is up 4.68% for ethanol. Let's go ahead and get to livestock, shall we? Live cattle is down 1.69%. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking, well, Ghost, how is the live cattle futures down when we supposedly had an attack on a meat supplier? Well, folks, because it's a supply chain problem when it comes to these hacks. It's not a supply problem. The supply is there. It's the ability to chain supply it and distribute it all across the country, all across the world, etc. All right, so that's why you're not seeing an increase in the damn prices of live cattle. All right, I'm just letting everybody know. All right, let's continue here. Cattle feeder is down 1.45%, and lean hog is up 0.25% on the day. And that concludes the coverage for the stock market and commodities, all right? Now, let us get to cryptocurrency. By God, folks. By God. Now, there should be no reason why we shouldn't be seeing the highs that we had prior to this dumbass Elon Musk pumping and dumping this useless meme joke of a coin called Dogecoin. Because what did I tell you people about Dogecoin? I told you that this whole goddamn pump and dump by Elon Musk was going to jeopardize the integrity of the cryptocurrency market and was going to cause some major damage to it. And you're witnessing it, folks. You're witnessing the damage that not only Elon Musk caused, but all the morons who listen to Elon Musk caused, all right? Because what's happening right now, folks, is that most investors that came into the cryptocurrency market here within the past several months are now a little apprehensive of going back, because once they started seeing this pump on Doge, of course, the first thing that they're going to do is look up the coin. What is it? I don't understand. What's giving it its value? And when they realize that Dogecoin is a joke, Dogecoin is never going to stop mining itself, etc., that's when you had these new investors in the cryptocurrency market second guess cryptocurrency as an investment. And as a result, this is why you are seeing the unfortunate prices and the lack of profit and the lack of growth in the cryptocurrency market right now. Because, folks, most people are now a little apprehensive. I mean, if this dumbass meme coin Dogecoin was a joke, then most investors are going to think that all cryptocurrencies are a joke. And that's why you're seeing the situation that you're seeing here in the cryptocurrency market, because, folks, we're in the midst of hyperinflation. I mean, everything should be going up by default. As you can see in the stock market, the whole reason why the stock market continues to go up is because everybody's got fiat currency in their pocket. I mean, there's so much of it. That's why you've got dumbasses investing in joke meme coins, dumbasses investing in joke meme stocks. I mean, give me a fucking break, all right? I mean, this is what it is. I mean, 4.2% inflation for the month of April. I mean, we can't sustain that. And even if we are, how come that isn't reflected in the cryptocurrency prices? Okay? The reason that you're not seeing it reflected in the cryptocurrency prices, folks, is because everybody has been spooked out of this cryptocurrency market. And you can thank Elon Musk and you can thank all the tards that invested in this shitty, disgusting, pathetic joke of a coin called Dogecoin. And I can't wait for all you idiots in Dogecoin to lose your money as well. Half you idiots have already lost your money. Half you morons are out here still holding on for dear life. All you morons that bought at 80 cents, 85 cents, you idiots are actually going to fucking rue the day that you even thought about investing in this shit. And hey, Josh L117, the reason I have been saying that there is going to be a recession going on is because the fucking inflation, you dumb shit. And the whole reason why we haven't seen it, because you're an uneducated tard that probably fucking has a Doge dog coin up your ass, all right? The whole reason why we haven't seen it is because of all the circulated fiat currency the Federal Reserve has distributed out here. I mean, there is so much fiat currency, that's why there's tard money going into tard coins, tard stocks, all right? GameStop is a dying company. AMC is a dying company. Do you understand? These companies are never going to come back, even though these dumbasses, these man-children from Wall Street Bets, are trying to will it back. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, for fuck's sake. So the whole reason why we haven't seen a substantial contraction is because there's so much money that is circulating in fiat currency. And the more money that keeps getting printed out every fucking month, okay, every fucking month is going to add to the stock market. That's where everybody's going. You don't see it reflected in the gold prices. We should be seeing 2,500 at least in the gold price per ounce. You don't see it reflected in the cryptocurrency market. At least you did before Elon Musk came into this whole fucking equation. It's all in the stock markets. It's all in the stock market. That's why there are more people that have invested in this stock market within the past 6 months than there has been in the entire 12 years since the damn crash of 2009. All right? So that's all I'm simply stating. All right? I'm not kidding around. I mean, you guys can do what you want. All right, you idiots can sit here and try to talk all the shit you want, thinking you know the market, thinking, whatever, boomer. Mark my words, when you idiots lose your money, please think of me, because I'll be laughing my fucking ass off. All right, I'm just saying, when you lose your fucking money, because I told you, I tried to tell you, I'm going to be laughing my fucking ass off. So anyway, let us go ahead and get to some of these cryptos here. Now, the current market capitalization for cryptocurrency right now is $1.6 trillion. All right? $1.6 trillion is the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Let's just be honest. We just saw it about, a month ago? At $2.5 trillion. So literally $1 trillion has been wiped off of the goddamn market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market, and you can thank Elon Musk for that shit, all right? You can thank that piece of crap. Anyway, let's get to Bitcoin here, folks. There's nothing good. I mean, there's nothing good in this market, right? As a matter of fact, I don't even think I need to go over the cryptocurrency market. I'm pretty sure you are looking at your crypto and saying, what the fuck? You can thank Elon Musk for this. The whole market is spooked. No investors want to go in the cryptocurrency market at this point in time. And it's sad. And because we should be seeing massive increases in the goddamn cryptocurrency market because of the inflation at this point in time. But we're not. That's because these dumbasses that believed in this whole Dogecoin push ruined it for everybody. So you can thank Elon Musk, and you can thank all the fucking dumb tards that were, investing in Dogecoin. You can thank all those assholes. All right? You can thank all those pieces of shit. So that's all there is to it. Anyway, let us continue. I think that y'all get the point when it comes to this whole cryptocurrency market. I'm not going over the crypto coverage. All right. $1 trillion wiped off of the entire market cap of crypto. I think you folks are watching your portfolios and seeing it. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to advise folks out there that are kind of, in this cryptocurrency market. I think that there is one last run in this cryptocurrency market. And after that, as the run is continuing, I think that you should take your fucking money, cash out, and run. Because, folks, I personally believe that the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates. I know people don't believe it because,
they haven't done it before, and, they're just going to keep it low, and
they can't afford to do that. If they do that, they run the risk of damaging the economy for a long period of time if they continue this rate of inflation. And folks, the people that are going to be affected by the raising of the interest rates are going to be the people that have most of their wealth in stocks, in crypto, in gold, in real estate, in you name it. And by the time you realize that the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates and you try to liquidate your assets, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too goddamn late. So, in my view, I would strongly advise everybody to start building a cash reserve and making sure that that is a good portion of your portfolio. Because when the Federal Reserve, because we don't know, remember, the Federal Reserve is an independent body that announces its raising of interest rates and cutting of interest rates whenever it decides to. But in my view, folks, I think that the Federal Reserve cannot continue this way. They can't continue with this type of rate of inflation without damaging the economy so bad that it'll take a decade, if not more, to come back from. Because we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. If we don't do anything, we're going to see the price of everything get so high that it affects the consumer. And it's the consumer that is creating all these stock prices to go higher and higher, allowing corporations to beat the street's expectations, etc. But at some point, that's gonna come to an end. I mean, even if you continue to print money, it's going to come to an end. The heightened prices of food and commodities, the heightened price of oil and energy. I mean, even though you're printing all this money, it's all circulated, it's going to affect the bottom line of everything. So, in my view, it's only a matter of time before the Federal Reserve raises interest rates. That's why the majority of my portfolio right now is in cash reserves. Even though we're seeing these rates of inflation go the direction they're going. Because there's no way the Federal Reserve keeps this up. They can't afford to do it. They can't afford to do it. And when that happens, we're still going to take some pain. But if we raise interest rates, we're only going to be taking pain for a couple of years. Maybe 2 or 3 years. That's why they keep reminding us. They keep suggesting to us that Joe Biden is a lot like Jimmy Carter. Joe Biden is a lot like Jimmy Carter. Because that's what happened during Jimmy Carter's administration. The Volcker Rule, if you look that up, we saw interest rates go up to 15% plus. And they kept it that way for at least a few years. And it was painful. It was the worst time in contemporary American history. A lot of people suffered. I mean, just take a look at any photograph that was taken during the Carter administration. Even the patina of the damn picture looks impoverished. What people were wearing looked impoverished. The cars that were produced during that time looked impoverished. Because everybody was suffering. And that's exactly what's going to come here soon. And there's no way the Federal Reserve keeps these interest rates until 2023 at these rates. There's no fucking way. There's absolutely no fucking way. Anyway, folks, that concludes the financial portion of the broadcast. And before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and take some of these donations that have just come in here. What do we got here?
I'd buy that for
Poopster1.
I want to shove Ghost's dead fish into my pink butthole, then push it back out into WCC's mouth with a big
Jesus
stinky log of
Christ.
shit while engineer jacks me off. Hail Hitler, gas the Jews, I hate niggers.
I don't condone that, all right? This is a fucking racist piece of perverted shit. I don't condone that, all right?
I'd buy that
Red
for
Lobster, use promo code GHOSTKILLME LOL for a 10% off your next purchase. Go fuck off, you idiot, all right?
I'd buy
And
that
what
for
is it, Art Hammond?
I'd be on the bottom and top. I'd be happy to have my anus penetrated by a big cock or even a fist. Hell, I'd be happy to have my
Oh
gal
my
Roxy join in
God.
where she'd also peg me. I'd also be happy to have a big cum party. We'd be watching your show while we do it.
Yeah, how does that fit into your belief in Allah, by the way? I mean, Art Hammond, you're always talking about Allah Akbar, and all this other crap, all right? I mean, how the hell does that work, amidst your praising of Muhammad? Anyway, let us continue, folks, all right? What else do we got here?
I'd buy that for $1.
Fuck you, you fucking idiots, all right? Jesus Christ. Art Hammond, 5,000.
There would be a lot of orgasm play where vibrators and dildos would be used. Bondage, spanking, nipple sucking, urethral play.
I'm
major
sorry
cum
y'all
showers,
gotta listen to
anal
this.
gaping, and so on.
I'm serious.
You can join us if you want, Ghosty. We
I'm
could use an
sorry
extra
y'all
wheel
have to
in the
hear
sex
this
mobile.
perverted bullshit. I'm sorry about that. This is sick. I don't know, Art Hammond, I guess, he must got, some tokens at Chatterbait and was looking at dolls with balls or something, and now he's a little excited, to say the least. And by the way, a $2 bill was just donated. She hit my pants. Yeah, fuck you, idiot, all right?
I'd buy that
I don't condone this.
Nigger.
All right, enough of the damn racism, please, all right? Jesus Christ. I don't condone what the hell was just said right there.
Shekels can be even
And what's
dearer,
going on to
friends,
Aquilian?
especially when there are many, many of them.
10 most exotic freshwater fish for your aquarium. Sorry your sardine passed away. He,
Sardine?
was going back to college, and he was working on his 4th degree, and
And, I'm gonna go back to college, and, I'm gonna get my 4th degree, and, I just bought a house that I really didn't need. That was a 3-bedroom, and, I got my loser friend kicking it with me, and he's bringing his chick over, and he's getting into fights with her and staining my new fucking couch, and, Anyway, sorry, that was funny there, Aquilian. And Aquilian again!
also, happy Super Straight Pride Month. Shout outs to Rajiv Kapoor, and remember, type J to ban J Money.
To ban J Money. There you go. All right, thank you, Aquilian. Cheers to you, man, all right? And what is this, Richard McConnell?
Hey Ghost, today's my 29th birthday, and you being on makes it the best present I could ask for. Have a smoke tonight for me. You don't have to sing happy birthday to me, but I would appreciate it. Cheers to you, Ghost, the greatest broadcaster ever. WCC.
Oh, look at that. Look at that, Rich McConnell. I'll sing it to you. All right? I'll sing it to you. Rich McConnell's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rich McConnell. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Your pants are torn on Channel 4 with a filthy fucking whore. All right, cheers to you, Rich McConnell, all right? And I'll take a smoke later on. I don't want to get too fucking stoned. I got too stoned the last show and was laughing at stuff I should not have laughed at. So I hope you understand that, man, all right? All right, who else do we got here? We got, oh, great. Shekel Shark. I mate activate or go fuck off. All right. Fuck off, Shekel Shark. All you do is try to make me sound like I said shit. All right?
Thoughts on North Wilkesboro Speedway getting a couple mil to repair it and possibly having NASCAR return? Someone once compared NASCAR leaving Wilkes County to Clemson leaving Clemson SC.
I'll be honest with you, Chicago Cowboy. I'm not a big fan of NASCAR. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of NASCAR. It's the same fucking 3 or 4 rednecks that fucking win every time anyway. I don't dig it. I'm sorry. I know that maybe you dig it. I don't. I think it sucks. I think it's boring. I think it's even more boring than baseball. The only time that it's worth the shit watching is when these guys crash or do something of that nature. But anyway, sorry, Chicago Cowboy. And by the way, you just got a $2 Hens with Big Benzo. I don't know what the hell that is. Hens with Big Benzo. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, dude. Hey, here's a fake ghost again.
Oh no. Oh god. It happened again. I just soiled my wheelchair.
Great.
Engineer,
Yeah.
get over here and clean me up.
All right, great.
I'm a feeble, helpless, crippled old man who can't wipe himself.
What?
Help me, engineer.
Go fuck off, dude, all right? I'm tired of you idiots trying to make me, I don't know, y'all are spreading this rumor around the internet that I'm crippled and I'm in a wheelchair and all this other shit. So give me a goddamn break, all right? What is this? Pinochet?
Woo. I'm gonna bite your fucking nuts.
Yeah, all right, whatever. My dog's a sweet dog. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Even though he's a big fucking dog, he's a sweet dog, all right? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, folks, let's get to some political dope and current events and news, shall we? Now, as I was saying at the beginning of this broadcast here, let's go ahead and take a look at what I was talking about. Put the PC shot on here, all right? JBS moves to reopen vast majority of plants after cyber attack. Now, this is good news because, folks, I mean, aren't we kind of tired of these so-called hackers affecting the supply chains and fucking with the gas supply chains? Now it's going to fuck with the beef and pork supply chains because JBS, folks, supplies America's beef capacity at 1/5%. 1/5% that we have when it comes to JBS. And if that's affected, you know that goddamn the beef prices are going to go up the ass. Now, I personally don't believe that these are hacker attacks. I think that this is, in my opinion, a purposeful agenda to try to force the population into purchasing goods that we wouldn't have otherwise purchased, but we're at the force of the so-called supply chain hacks to purchase. I think the gasoline supply chain attack kind of put an emphasis on electrical cars, even though that's a horrible idea. Okay? I think that this supply chain that hits the beef and pork supply chain is going to affect, obviously, what we eat. So I think this is purposely being done, and I'm really sick and tired of it. And I'm really sick and tired of them claiming that it's a hack, for fuck's sake. I mean, get the fuck out of here with this crap. But once again, according to the latest, it looks like it's going to reopen the vast majority of its plants after cyber attacks. So, thank God. I think everybody kind of understood that, wait a minute, another supply chain hack, and people weren't believing it, and now, you know, they had to kind of retract that and say, look, don't worry, everything's okay. We're going to be able to give you your slabs of beef on time. We're going to be able to suffice everything. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it, dude. Everything's going to be just fine. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know, once again, we are being told that there is some kind of a cyber attack that is going to affect the supply chain, so just keep that in mind. I just wanted to emphasize that with a little footnote. So let's move on, folks, because why are we concerned about the supply chains? Well, they were affected because of COVID. Y'all remember that? The reason that we saw beef increase during COVID was because the supply chains were affected because people that worked in processing plants supposedly were getting contracted with COVID. And they had to shut them down, etc. So, with that being said, this COVID-19 shit is never going away. I know that the CDC gave this new guidance on mask rules that,
Hey, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask.
and all this crap, all right? But let me explain something to you all that I told you all this was never going to end. You can take the vaccine, you could do 6 feet social distancing, you can wear the masks, you can do all this shit, but it's never going to end. Have you heard about this, folks? They have found many different variants of COVID-19. Now, because they want to, quote, avoid the stigma that supposedly came along with the COVID-19 naming, that's why they are in opposition to naming anything that has to do with the origin of country because of the, quote, stigma. Put the PC shot on. This is how much the world is catering to China right now. Put the PC shot on. COVID-19 variants to be given Greek alphabet names to avoid the stigma. Can you imagine that? Here, let's take a look right here. The WHO has named 4 variants of concern known to the public as the UK/Kent, that is the B117 variant. South Africa, that's the B1351 variant. The Brazil P1 variant. And India B16172 variant. Okay? They will now be giving letters of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta, retrospectively, to reflect their order of detection with any new variants following the pattern down the Greek alphabet. The decision to go for this naming system came months after deliberations with experts considering a range of possibilities such as Greek gods. How convenient. According to bacteriologist Mark Palin, who is involved with the talks. Now, once again, dude, I do want to say that this is just rather convenient that not only are they now becoming politically correct with these variants, take a look at all these goddamn variants that have been now detected and have now been given names of Greek alphabet letters. So, folks, if you want my view, this is never going to end. They're already prepping us for another lockdown in this country. And if you want my opinion, I think what's happening is now, as I stated at the beginning of this whole COVID-19 nonsense, that now you've got, who knows, nation states, black operatives, globalists, who the hell knows? It could be a combination of them all that are now releasing biological and chemical agents into the mass populace for experimentation, for research, to see what it does to the mass populace. And they're just blaming it on COVID. They're blaming it all on COVID-19. And folks, there's nothing anyone can say or do about it because there's very few people that actually are in this field of study. I mean, we have already come to the conclusion, all right, in the narrative that,
oh my God, this is a spontaneous, COVID-19 is just like spontaneous. It just happened. And now we're all just kind of, stuck with it because somebody ate a bat or some bullshit like that. Take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. COVID-19 has no credible natural ancestor, was created in Wuhan lab, according to a scientist. Okay? Now, this is one of many people who are suggesting this. Now, even Anthony Fauci cannot confirm or deny that the potential of COVID-19 being man-made is possible. I mean, remember, he was one of the first people to shut down those conspiracy theorist notions. Now, he can't fucking deny it. He can't fucking deny it, for Christ's sake. And the reason this is happening, if you want my opinion, let me just re-show y'all that article. There it is. Fauci not convinced COVID developed naturally, backs investigation. So what's happening here, folks, is that the once upon a time conspiracy theory that, all those people that are claiming that COVID-19 was man-made, you're all a bunch of conspiracy theorists.
Well, that has gone out the window because now people are understanding that the COVID-19 virus is something that had to have been man-made. I mean, lest we forget that even our U.S. intelligence department that we're supposed to be trusting so much told us, all right, that
U.S. intelligence says coronavirus isn't man-made. Trump isn't so sure.
This was May 1st, 2020, okay? Lest we forget that they were calling anybody who questioned the Wuhan lab origin of this virus as a kookster. As a goddamn kookster. Put the PC shot on. Take a look at this. Trump, Pompeo, back theory, Wuhan lab to blame for COVID. U.S. intelligence is less convinced. All right? I mean, I could continue going on and on, folks. They tried to tell us that this was all a bunch of crap. All right? Put the PC shot on again. Here we go. Fauci, top U.S. general, throws cold water on Trump's coronavirus claim. All right? So the point I'm trying to make is, folks, is now it's starting to come out that Fauci may be a culprit in what the hell has transpired in this whole coronavirus ensemble. As a matter of fact, did y'all see my tweet earlier today? Take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. All right? Anthony Fauci is going to write a book now. That's right. Anthony Fauci is going to write a book now and said, that his book is called, here it is, Expect the Unexpected. Dr. Anthony Fauci, 10 Lessons on Truth, Service, and the Way Forward. Huh? I'm going to write a book now. And I said this in the tweet. It's as if he had this book on standby just in case he got implicated in the funding of gain-of-function research in Wuhan, China. Okay? He's using this book to dictate the narrative, a.k.a. damage control. What a piece of shit. You have to know that this was already there in the sideline waiting to just be put out just in case the shit came down on old Anthony Fauci. What did I tell you? What did I tell you, folks? All right? And by the way, you all that have been listening to me for at least the past couple of years knew this already, all right? You all knew that Anthony Fauci was a culprit in this whole COVID-19 nonsense. You all know that he funded the Wuhan lab gain-of-function experiments. We all know this. We all know this. Unfortunately, we've got people who still believe that Anthony Fauci is some kind of badass, that, he's a Superman, even though he's been wrong more times than Madonna has had cocks in her vagine, all right?
He's so great. He's so cool.
As a matter of fact, ban anybody that says you're muted, all right? Ban anybody posting that. Ban them out of here. All right, ban these fucking idiots out of here. I'm fucking sick of this shit. I don't care who it is. Ban their asses out of here. Ban Art Hammond if he's going to be a prick. Ban them all. I don't give a shit. Ban them all. Fucking idiot. Ban all these fucking idiots. I'm sick and tired of them. Ban them. You fucking piece of shit. Tired of these fucking idiots out here.
Hey, and I can't hear you.
Yeah. You want to know why you can't fucking hear me? Because you're a fucking stupid fucking waste of human life fucking tard that should have been taken out by COVID or the vaccine itself. So sit there and shut up. Fucking idiots. Anyway, as I stated before I was rudely interrupted, ban anybody that posts that. I'm not even fucking kidding. Ban it. I don't care who they are. Ban their asses. Anyway, as I was stating before I got rudely interrupted here, ban anybody that says they can't hear me. I'm not fucking kidding. Ban them all. Ban all these fucking morons. Fucking idiots. Anyway, as I was stating before I was rudely interrupted, okay, aside from the new variants of COVID-19 And now that there is no credible natural ancestor for COVID-19, and the narrative, at least in the mainstream, is now starting to show that, yes, this was artificially made, that this wasn't a natural occurrence in the coronavirus mutations, etc. Take a look at what has now been reported in China. Take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. Here it is. China reports first human case of H1N1 bird flu. How do you like some of that, folks? Now, why is China doing this? China's doing this, folks, because, and this is something I've been trying to put a point of emphasis on since I've been, covering China and Russia here for the past couple of weeks. China is trying to usurp globalism from the globalists. Okay, and what is happening here? Okay, what is happening here is that we have a situation in which China, which was created by the globalists, which were, a creation of the globalist system. China is now trying to usurp everything the globalists have built for the past couple of hundred years so that it can usurp the globalist system and create whatever that globalist system is going to transpire to be in the image of the Chinese government's institutionalism. And the proof of this is, take a look at how China is now reporting a new case of H1N1. This is what Rand Paul was questioning Anthony Fauci about in his confrontation in the Senate committee in Fauci's testimony. I mean, Rand Paul was concerned that what if an H1N1 or an H1 virus, a bird flu virus, was to escape and kill 30-40% of people infected. Well, now we have it, folks. Now we have it, and as a result, it's never going to go away. All right, the fact that all of you people just submitted and allowed yourself to become political prisoners in your own home in quarantine, you allowed the government to shut down your businesses, they're going to continue to do it over and over and over again. They're going to continue to do it over and over and over again, so much so that guess what? The World Health Organization is now calling for a preparedness treaty, a pandemic preparedness treaty. This is the same World Health Organization that tweeted out in January that COVID-19 was not transmissible. This is the same World Health Organization that has been covering for China's culpability in this whole COVID-19 nonsense. This is the same World Health Organization that has just been completely incompetent to this whole goddamn ridiculous COVID-19 situation. And now you've got the World Health Organization chief calling for a global pandemic preparedness treaty. Now, what exactly does that mean? Okay, well, how does that work? Okay, the big picture. Tedros, which is the World Health Organization head, added the interconnectedness of the international community necessitated a global approach to solving the pandemic, as member states can only truly keep their own people safe if they are accountable to each other. He urged all member states to commit to supporting the vaccination of 10% of the global population by September and 30% by the end of this year. Tedros also urged states to find sustainable financial model for the agency's work. Oh, well, isn't that a shock? All right, aside from him trying to scare the world, suggesting that we need a pandemic preparedness treaty, this is all to try to fund the World Health Organization again. Now, the scary part about a global pandemic preparedness treaty is that this treaty could potentially allow nation states to come together and announce a multilateral closing of each and every country. The closing down of businesses, the quarantine of people, the forced vaccinations, etc. And this is the same World Health Organization that has been covering for China and tweeted in January of 2020 that the COVID-19 virus was not transmissible. So, yeah, this is what we're coming down to, folks. I told you this was never going to end, didn't I? I mean, once we gave up our freedoms, once we decided to become guinea pigs for big pharma and these vaccines that have never been done before, we have never had an mRNA vaccine, we have never had a nanotechnology vaccine, and yet many people are just clamoring for these vaccines, saying, yeah, I want to get vaccinated, yeah. Meanwhile, the folks that produce the vaccine are legally immune from any kind of prosecution or any kind of lawsuit in response to the side effects or the potential death of somebody who happens to take these vaccines. So, once again, folks, this is what I've been trying to tell you all for a long period of time. And, of course, most of you people are a bunch of troll terrorist idiots who don't care about shit from Shinola unless it's a cartoon or a video game. But, folks, this is becoming a very scary situation in not just this country, but the international community. And I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit, but I want to get into some domestic stuff before I get ahead of myself in the international news. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end the COVID talk with this, all right? There's variants. They're supposedly more deadlier. They're supposedly mutating. And, folks, this is just, you're going to continue to see this. I mean, this is going to be the new normal. I mean, vaccines, new vaccines every year that everybody has to get. All right? Social distancing, wearing masks, closing down of businesses, etc. All right? And we allowed this to happen. We allowed this to happen. All right? Because, folks, we could have easily said, hey, wait a minute, all right? We're not going to close down the country. We're not going to do these. We're not going to do this shit. But it's not what happened. All right? It's absolutely not what happened. Anyway, let me get into some domestic news here, folks, okay? Let's go ahead and go to what the hell has happened here in Texas, folks. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but the Democrats, who on the federal level want to eliminate the filibuster, decided in Texas, the Texas Democrats decided to veto and walk out of the Texas state legislature over a voting law that would prevent Democrats from mail-in ballot stuffing like they did in the 2020 presidential campaign. Okay? The Democrats walked out in protest and in a filibuster to prevent the voting laws from being enacted into law. Now, I know that every mainstream media, when you try to read up about this situation in Texas, they use the term restrictive voting laws, racist voting laws. I want to nip that stupid shit in the bud, okay? Because, folks, all this push for voter reform has nothing to do with being restrictive. It's about providing integrity into our elections once again. It's about eliminating this mail-in ballot stuffing that the Democrats want to continue to do and continue to make legal, which should not be legal in our country. I'll tell you that right damn now. But let me show you what the Democrat lawmakers are truly walking out for, because I know people are out there saying, hey, why did they walk out, Ghost? I mean, what the hell's going on? There must be some restrictive voting situation going on. I mean, what the hell's going on, Ghost? Let me show you a video highlighting what the hell is going on here, okay? All right, let me show you, okay? This is a independent news report out of Texas highlighting what is in this goddamn bill when it comes to Texas voter reform. Nothing racist, nothing restrictive. All that shit's a bunch of bullshit. All right? That's the Democrat talking point for any state that wants to prevent what happened in 2020 to happen again. put the PC shot on. Listen to this.
The Texas legislature is working to push through a last-minute voting bill that proponents say will protect the election process against fraud. But at the same time, the NAACP and other groups say it will limit access to the polls. So what does
Limit
this bill
access?
actually
How the fuck does that work? Limit access to the polls? I mean, that is such an abstract bunch of bullshit. Play it.
do? 6 News reporter Andrew Moore explains.
This is a 67-page bill that some lawmakers were only able to see the latest version of last night. Republicans say it will safeguard the polling process. Others say it could suppress the vote. But here are some of the things actually in the bill.
And be allowed to get off work to go vote.
Does your bill specify how much time they get to go vote?
That's 2 hours.
Voters must now be allowed time to early vote by their employer.
Now, did you hear that? Now, how is that restrictive? How is that restrictive that an employer must allow time for you to go out and vote? How the fuck is that restrictive? Play it.
Are more defined. The language says early voting must happen sometime between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. for at least 9 hours. Before, it was at least 12 hours, and there was no definition. Whether or not this changes anything depends on how local officials previously handled elections in your area. But the bill will also tighten up mail-in voting.
Now, did you hear that? It's going to tighten up mail-in voting because that is what caused Joe Biden to be selected, not elected, the president of the United States. All right, 80 million votes for this geriatric, half-stroke, face-ridden asshole. Are you fucking kidding me? Play it.
Of disability to qualify for a mail ballot, illness, injury, medical confinement.
A voter is now disabled only if the voter is not capable of appearing at the polling place on Election Day without help. Plus, there is now a tougher ID requirement. Mail-in ballots must have a driver's license number.
Now, you see, if you're going to have a mail-in ballot, you got to have an ID. Did you hear this? This is what's restrictive. You have to have an ID. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, are they trying to say, the Democrats, are they trying to say that blacks and minorities can't get fucking IDs? Anyone can get an ID so long as you got a fucking birth certificate that proves you're you. You can go to a goddamn Texas DPS right now and get a fucking ID. I mean, this is not fucking hard. I mean, this is so stupid. Play it.
There is now a tougher ID requirement. Mail-in ballots must have a driver's license number, personal ID number, last 4 of your social security, or an explanation of why you can't provide these. Finally, the bill ensures poll watchers will be able to have free movement in polling locations, though this was met with concern.
A poll watcher is entitled to observe any activity conducted under this section.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a lawyer, but doesn't that mean that the poll watcher is entitled to see what the voter is doing?
The bill says poll watchers cannot be obstructed at polling locations. Its backers say this does not mean they can be in the voting booth, but they can observe what's happening if someone is voting curbside when a third party is helping the voter make the selections due to blindness or a similar issue. Lastly, while counties can have curbside voting at an otherwise indoor location, they cannot have temporary drive-through voting set up. The bill has a lot of other parts to it as well, and lawmakers may be up a long time tonight discussing those once again.
Now, did you hear anything voting restrictive in that independent news piece covering the Texas voter reform bill? Did you hear anything voting restrictive? Absolutely not. And this is the premise of what the Democrats are trying to argue when states are now trying to bring integrity into voting. They're using the term racist. They're using the term Jim Crow. They're using the term restrictive. I don't understand. I mean, if anything, it sounds like they're giving people more of an opportunity to vote. The only difference is that they're completely eliminating the option for Democrats to mail in ballot stuff. And this is why the Democrats continue to cry foul when any of these states start doing voter reform, folks. I mean, there's nothing restrictive about this shit. There is absolutely nothing restrictive about it, and I'm tired of the Democrats making people believe this shit. I am tired of the lamestream media trying to suggest this shit. All right? All these states, including Texas, are trying to do in passing voter reform is to make sure that the Democrats don't mail in ballot stuff like they did in the 2020 presidential election. All right. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, how is that controversial? I don't understand how that's controversial. I have no fucking idea. All right. I have no fucking idea how that's fucking. I don't get it. But you see, folks, you ain't going to hear that from the lamestream mainstream media. You're not going to hear that from the Democrats. They're just going to continue to say, this is Jim Crow. This is racist. How can you sit here and ask for people for an ID? That's racist. How can you do this? That's racist. And I think that the majority of the American people at this point, at least I hope that y'all realize that every time a Democrat hollers my racism, it's a bunch of trash, and it's a fucking lie, all right? That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And by the way, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has now threatened to veto legislative pay as a result of the Democrat Texas legislature walkout during this voter reform bill vote. All right, so that's going to be a very fun thing to see when these Democrats that walked out of the Texas legislature, I'd like to see their faces when their goddamn payment to be a public servant is cut. So Greg Abbott is not going to just take this lying down here. He's going to actually show these Democrats that if you're going to conduct yourself in this kind of activity and you're not going to do your job, well, then why the hell should you even get paid? Why the hell should you even get paid? You know, so I'm looking forward to that. All right. And by the way, you Texas Democrats, you people are trash. I mean, you can't even do your duty. And if you're against the bill, then vote against the bill. Why the hell are you going to walk out like you're pretending that you want better education or some shit? You people are posers. You people are pathetic. And the only thing that you're walking out from is you're pissed that you're not going to mail in ballot stuff, whatever Democrat, into whatever fucking bureaucratic position that you're trying to get them in. That's it. That's it. So go suck an egg, all right? All you fucking Democrats in Texas, go fuck yourself, you anti-American shitheads. How the hell can you sit here and suggest that anything that was just suggested in that independent local report, how can you suggest that anything's wrong there? I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it, man. Anyway, for good news, okay? Because, you know, got Greg Abbott doing a lot of things here in Texas. You also have based Ron DeSantis in Florida, put the PC shot on. He signed a bill today, the start of Pride Month, banning transgenders from female girl sports. And you know something, folks? I don't understand why this is such an issue to begin with. I mean, it's rather bizarre that the LGBTQ is even involving themselves in this issue. I mean, how in the hell can you promote that I was once a man, now I'm claiming to be a woman, and now I'm going to go and play women's sports? I mean, how the hell does that work? I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. And you know, what's really sad about this is most women, I mean, there are some coming out talking against this, but most women aren't even making a fuss about this. You know, the majority of women that get scholarships in the collegiate world and get diplomas and degrees and bachelors and masters are women athletes. I mean, this is how many women get a scholarship into college. And you're going to somehow make it harder for these women by allowing former men pretending to be women to compete in their goddamn sports? That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't even make any sense. This is a bizarre request. And by the way, the LGBTQ folks have been doing a lot of bizarre championing of weird shit. I mean, aside from this transgenders being in female sports, another thing that I find bizarre is the LGBTQ's infatuation with trying to sexualize children. I mean, I have no idea why the hell the LGBTQ are going at these issues. I said this on my Twitter account earlier. Maybe it's because the United States is one of the safest places for LGBTQ folk in the world. And now that they don't run the risk of being discriminated or, being hated on for, having public displays of affection or whatever the fuck, now that they're free to be LGBTQ, now they have to invent shit to bitch about. Now they have to invent issues to be relevant. And that's exactly what's happening here, folks, okay? So I'm glad Ron DeSantis signed this bill because, look, I think it's very unfair that women now have to compete with biological men in competitive sports. And if you want my personal opinion, folks, I think that women should be up in arms about this. All right? Because who loses in the end when allowing biological men to play women's sports? The women. They lose opportunities of getting scholarships. They lose opportunities in competing in professional sports. I mean, this should not even be an issue, for Christ's sake. I mean, if transgenders want to compete in sports, then make their own competition, then make their own variant of competition. For instance, transgendered only basketball, track and field, etc. I mean, transgendered. I'm competing against other transgenders. I don't understand how this is even a rational debate. Anybody debating that it's okay for transgenders to be in female sports. I don't even understand where this is coming from. All right, but it's once again yet another bizarre request by the LGBTQ community. And, I think, with all due respect to the LGBTQ folk, y'all are wearing out your welcome when it comes to the pursuance of these types of very bizarre and warped policy issues. Okay? Competing in women's sports, trying to sexualize children, trying to allow children to take puberty blockers, trying to get children to, make transgender decisions before the age of 10. I mean, these are very sick and bizarre policies, and I don't understand and I can't believe why the LGBTQ is even going there. But then again, they are on Truvada, they are on Discovery, so, from what I understand, it makes you a little loopy, all right? That's what I'm just saying. It makes you a little loopy. That's all I'm saying, man. Anyway, let us continue, folks. We've got some more news that we've got to cover here. By the way, everybody that is out here criticizing Joe Biden, a lot of these folks that criticize him, which he has a lot to be criticized for, they claim that Kamala Harris is really in charge. And I've been trying to tell people on this show for the longest time, Kamala Harris is not in charge of anything. As a matter of fact, the folks that are propping up Joe Biden have purposely rendered her impotent. Okay? Rendered her impotent because they don't want her to be involved in anything other than being the token minority in the White House. That's it. All right, that's it. And the proof is this. Did y'all hear about this? Put the PC shot on. Kamala Harris team dismayed by being held responsible for the border crisis. All right? CNN reporter, Republicans media have mischaracterized her immigration role. What are you talking about? Joe Biden appointed Kamala Harris as a de facto border czar to solve the humanitarian crisis that's happening on our southern border right now. And folks, I told you when Joe Biden did this, this is like handing a live grenade to Kamala Harris and telling her, Go ahead and dismantle it. Try to stop it from exploding. And this dumb bitch is playing hot potato, not knowing what the fuck to do when it comes to this border issue. I mean, the folks that are behind Joe Biden know that Kamala Harris can't solve the goddamn border crisis. And all it does, it diminishes whatever credibility she had with the public. And that's why her team is dismayed by being held responsible for the border crisis. She's an idiot. I mean, how she even gotten chosen for the vice presidential spot is beyond me. Have you heard this woman whenever she's cornered in a position where she can't really explain herself, or she is asked a question that she doesn't know? You know what she does? She laughs as a defense mechanism. That is a classic bureaucratic defense mechanism. She tries to laugh it off like, you know what I mean? And that is the most cringiest fucking response I have ever seen somebody who is in her position give. I mean, this bitch is making Dan Quayle look like a fucking Mensa member, for fuck's sake. All right? I mean, this is really what's happening in the White House. The White House is nullifying any kind of influence that Kamala Harris has, and the proof is in her being dismayed by being held responsible for the border crisis. I mean, like I said, that was a live grenade that the Joe Biden administration gave this woman, and she's losing credibility as days continue to go by. Kamala Harris. And by the way, if you all thought that Kamala Harris was bitching, it seemed as though Joe Biden's administration was like, oh yeah, Harris, you're bitching about the border issue? Huh? You're bitching about trying to solve the border crisis? Well, here, how about some more for your plate, Kamala? How about some more for your plate? Take a look at this. Harris asked to lead voter bill efforts amid voter czar controversy. All right? So, aside from the Biden administration choosing her to solve the border crisis, they are now asking her to lead a federal effort into creating a voter bill that would nullify all the states that are trying to reform their elections right now. All right? So, I mean, this is horrible what they're doing to Kamala Harris, because anyone asked to do what she has done has to have some kind of credibility within the goddamn bureaucratic system. She has to know people. She has to be a good negotiator. You know, she has to have credibility with the folks, as far as the border is concerned. She has to have credibility with the Border Patrol agents and ICE, and you know, she doesn't. She's been talking garbage against ICE ever since the Trump administration came into power. She's been talking garbage about the situation at the border. All right, so she could care less about the goddamn Border Patrol. She couldn't care less about the damn ICE agents. And if you have none of their respect, how the hell do you think that you're going to change the border situation? And then on top of that, today, the Joe Biden administration's like, yeah, while you're working on the border situation, how about you trying and, try to make some kind of federal voter bill that'll nullify all the states that are trying to do election reform and that are trying to prevent us, the Democrats, from mail-in ballot stuffing. Can you do that, Kamala? Oh, my God. And guess what? Kamala Harris ain't gonna do shit. This bitch is lost. She's like a deer in the headlights. She has no idea what the fuck she's doing. And this just underscores that she was just put in the vice presidency because she is an ethnically ambiguous woman. And that's what Joe Biden thinks wins him credibility amongst his base, is being somebody who's like, hey, you know, Joe Biden, he's really diverse when it comes to his picks of his administration. I mean, look at that vice president. She's a woman, she's an Indian, she's black, she's Jewish. She banged Willie Brown, who was the mayor of San Francisco, for her to become the DA. She's banged Montel Williams before he got the multiple sclerosis. She's been around. I mean, seriously, man. That's why Joe Biden chose her. She's an idiot. She's an imbecile. This vice presidential job is way over her head. And at the same time, they're trying to render her impotent. Like, for instance, she has no credibility whatsoever politically to get anything done. And they know it. That's why they're giving her all this shit that's damn near impossible to solve. Anyway, let's move on. And by the way, if you're asking why did I call Kamala Harris Jewish, her husband's Jewish. Which is another irony of all this shit. I mean, the most biggest race hustlers in this whole race hustling game always are not just mixed breeds themselves, but also have a significant other that is the complete opposite race of which they're trying to promote. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. What's wrong with this picture?
Yeah, I'm Kamala Harris. Black Lives Matter, baby. But I'm also Indian, so...
Yes, I am also Indian. I am Kamala Harris, and I am Indian.
And I'm also Jewish, because I have a Jewish husband.
Oh, yes, I am Jewish. Kamala Harris. Now, come over here and give me your hand so I can take the shekel. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, folks, is I'm sick and tired of seeing a bunch of mixed breeds trying to be the biggest race hustlers out there. And black folks need to wake up. Seriously, I mean, y'all need to wake up and recognize that the folks that are stirring you into destroying your own neighborhoods, riot, loot, and violence commit are the folks that aren't all your racial makeup. Folks, take a look at the folks that are leading all this hatred, all this race hustling. It's always a bunch of mixed breeds. Not that I have anything against mixed breeds, but how the fuck can a mixed breed lead a group of people that are defined by their racial makeup? That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And black folks, I mean, are y'all going to continue to be led around by the nose by folks that don't even have or know the true black experience, excuse me, not the experience, the black experience? I mean, you think Kamala Harris looking like the way she looks, do you think that she was ever followed around a store whenever she walked in? Do you think that she was ever, under the same types of scrutiny as somebody with the pigment of Wesley Snipes has? Or EBZ, for that matter, for all those that know the live streamer EBZ? No, you don't. All right? And that's why, black folks, you need to stop being rabble-roused by a bunch of folks that ain't your race. I mean, because y'all are starting to look a little silly. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, it'd be one thing if some brother that looks like Wesley Snipes was out here leading y'all and saying, man, the black experience, man, these motherfuckers don't even know. We followed around in grocery stores and shit. We always looked upon like we bad people and all that shit. No, it's always these fucking people, all right, that are mixed breeds that are trying to rabble-rouse black folks. And I'm tired of it. I think it's sad. I think black folks need to have an introspective look on who the hell's leading them, for Christ's sake. Because, in essence, by this bitch leading a group of black folks is like Whitey leading a group of black folks. Okay, so just FYI, all right? Just FYI. Anyway, enough of Kamala Harris, okay? Let's go back to China here, okay? Now, let's get into some international news. Now, as I was stating, folks, I personally believe that right now you have a globalist infighting happening between China, who is trying to usurp globalism and turn it into its own version of globalism, and the actual globalist. Now, I've been talking about for the past couple of shows that the United States, under Joe Biden, which once upon a time the Democrats always hollered, Russia, hackers, Russia, Trump, Russia meddled in U.S. elections, Russia's an enemy, Russia hacked the Democrats' emails, Russia did this, Russia did that. Lo and behold, the United States has made a pact with Russia. And I've talked about it several times throughout this show. and we're going to talk about it again. Now, why did the United States make a pact with Russia? Because this is a restructuring of the international power structure in an attempt to try to stop China from usurping globalism. Now, how is it usurping globalism? Folks, leaking of these dumb lab experiments that are now affecting mass populaces. It all starts with China and the COVID-19 nonsense. Okay? It all starts with these new variants that are popping up out of nowhere. Okay? And I just showed you, let me show you once again, that now we've got an H1 bird flu variant that has now been identified in China, which is a hell of a lot more deadlier than COVID-19. There it is. China reports first human case of H1N3 bird flu. Now, in my view, folks, I think that what's going on here is that you've got China trying to subtly release biological agents in the international community to subdue the globalists into doing their deeds. Now, why did COVID-19 happen to begin with? I personally believe that COVID-19 happened because it was the globalists' attempt at ruining the credibility of Donald Trump. They literally pulled out every stop to try to stop Trump from doing what he was doing. And what was Trump doing at the time? He was destroying the globalist infrastructure. He was renegotiating trade deals. He was disassociating America from international institutions like the United Nations, like the World Health Organization, like the International Court, etc. So they had to pull off all stops to try to get Trump's credibility completely ruined. And by doing so, they created this whole COVID-19 narrative to diminish Trump's credibility so that they could elect some stupid yes man, aka Joe Biden, into the White House so that he can sustain the continuity of the globalist system. Now, what's unfortunate is that the globalists didn't anticipate that their creation, the Chinese government, would end up becoming what the Jews call a golem, which is a Frankenstein operating independently beyond the control of the globalists themselves. And that's why you have this new alliance between the United States and Russia. Now, in response to that, the Chinese are not taking this very lightly. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but the Chinese know what's happening. They know that the globalist system has turned against them. They knew this after the G7 summit that recently happened, in which the G7 censured China for its international belligerence against Hong Kong, against those in the South China Sea, and has also claimed that they will, and I repeat, they will absolutely take over Taiwan, okay? All right? They will absolutely take over Taiwan. And by the way, ban whoever's fucking messaging me in the fucking inner circle, you fucking dickheads. All right? I'm doing a fucking show! You fucking idiots! Jesus Christ! I'm not fucking kidding! Kick the fucker out, whoever the fuck it is! Anyway, sorry, I was rudely interrupted once again. All right? By some fucking dickhead in the goddamn fucking... I'm not joking around. You fucking message me while I'm doing a show, I'm kicking you out of the inner circle. I don't give a shit. All right? Go fuck yourself. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by some fucker, all right? I was trying to say that China knows what's going on here, okay? China knows that it's now being put in a corner. It's being put in the corner by all kinds of globalists, and it's kind of playing a Sun Tzu type of war game with the internationalists at this point. But take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. This is how upset China is right now. Top Chinese mouthpiece suggests country prepare for nuclear war with U.S. as Wuhan lab leak theory gains momentum. So the top Chinese mouthpiece, is suggesting to prepare for nuclear war with the United States. Huh? I mean, take a look at this. Okay, this guy, Hu Zhijin, a top Chinese propagandist, declared recently that China should prepare for a nuclear war showdown with the United States after President Joe Biden affirmed continued investigations into the origin of COVID-19 pandemic. So, once again, folks, all right, this proves that China knows that it's going at it alone, and they're now talking nuclear war with the United States because the Chinese don't want to look like they intentionally leaked anything, even though that's probably the case. And you see, now they're getting so desperate that they're talking about nuclear war with the United States if the United States continues with the lab leak theory and investigations into that. Okay? So this goes to show you once again that China knows that it's being targeted by the globalists. It knows it's being targeted by the globalists, and it's now prepared to act. And by doing so, not only are they threatening nuclear war, I personally believe that they are the culprits behind the release of all these COVID-19 variants. So the Chinese are hitting the world in many different fronts. All right. Now, once again, I mean, they're talking nuclear war. I mean, this is no joke. This is absolutely no joke. And this is a response, once again, to the United States and Russia in this newfound pact that they have created since the meeting between Blinken and Lavrov in Iceland. Now, let's go to Russia and the United States and see how that's going, okay? Now, put the PC shot on. Now, the EU is not very happy with the fact that the United States and Russia have made this pact. So as a result, NATO, which comprises a lot of the EU nation states, decided to conduct a massive war game, all right, a couple of days ago, as supposed Russian tensions simmer. Now, Russian tensions are simmering for the United States. They're certainly not simmering for the EU. They're certainly not simmering for those on the western border of Russia, like the Ukraine, Belarus, and other nations that used to be a part of the USSR that now Russia wants to take control of. So this goes to show you that our EU partners are a little upset at this newly found pact with the United States and Russia. I mean, they conducted a goddamn NATO massive war game. Now, how do you think Russia reacted to this? Remember, this was on May 28th. NATO conducting a massive war game. How the hell do you think that Russia reacted to this? Well, I'll show you. Russia has reacted by planning to form 20 military units on the border of Ukraine and Baltic countries. And this was a direct response to the NATO war games that were happening in the western border of Russia. So this goes to show you that Russia is not backing down from Ukraine, Belarus, and other Baltic countries when it comes to potentially them taking them back over. Meanwhile, you don't have Joe Biden saying a fucking thing about any of this shit. You don't have Joe Biden saying anything about Russia now passing out passports to Ukrainian citizens as a subtle way of taking over the country. You have not heard Joe Biden say anything about Belarus literally hijacking a commercial airline in mid-flight forcing it to land just so that they can erase, or I should say, arrest this anti-Russian journalist, a critic of journalists, a critic of Russia. I mean, all Joe Biden said about it was an outrageous incident. The reason is, folks, is because in this pact with U.S. and Russia, part of the deal is for Joe Biden to ignore the belligerency of Russia while putting the point of emphasis on China. So, in my opinion, folks, I have told you, I mean, remember, I was talking about Belarus before Belarus was even mentioned in the mainstream media. I've been telling you that Russia wants to take control of old nations that were once under the USSR control. I mean, that's a part of the pact, is that Joe Biden ignores it. Okay, and let me prove to you that the EU is not a very happy party that the United States is now down with Russia. Take a look at this, all right? Put the PC shot on. Russia's Lavrov, which is the foreign minister of Russia, blames the West for shutting Russia out. And there's Lavrov right there. Lavrov pronounces Russia-EU relations as dead. All right, take a look at that. Lavrov pronounces Russia-EU relations as dead. So if they're saying the EU-Russia relations are dead, meanwhile, Russia and the United States have this pact, what does that necessarily mean for the relations between the United States and the EU? I mean, this is starting to majorly shift international power out here. All right, this is majorly shifting international power. And just to underscore how much the EU is not happy with the United States right now, take a look at this. Merkel and Macron, which is the prime ministers of Germany and France, demand answers on report Denmark helped U.S. spy on its allies. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this, folks, but during the Obama administration, the Obama's NSA, in conjunction, obviously, with Denmark, helped spy on many of the EU nation states, including Merkel's own office, from what I've understand. And you see, Joe Biden or Obama never had to answer for this. You know, I mean, this has been lingering for a decade. All right? And now, all of a sudden, they're asking, for answers. The renewed spotlight on the issue could create a headache for President Joe Biden, who is set to travel to Europe later this month for the Group of Seven Summit of World Leaders, which is the G7 summit once again. So this is why I'm simply stating, folks, that we're seeing a shift in global power. And it seems to me that the EU and their opposition to Russia signifies that these folks are ride or die with China. And this should concern everybody, because now who we thought was our allies, which was the EU, are now turning into our enemies because we have sided with the goddamn Russians when it comes to the belligerence of China. Okay? So this is very serious stuff that's going on out here. And oh yeah, by the way, just to underscore what I've been saying about Russia wanting to take control of former USSR nation states, put the PC shot on. Putin highlights relations with ex-Soviet nations as Russia's foreign policy priority. You see, folks, I'm predicting this right now. In the next few weeks, you're going to see Russia either through force or through some kind of annexation that requires little force. They're going to take control of the Ukraine, Belarus, and other Baltic nation states because they're trying to unify what used to be the USSR once again. And I guarantee you, Joe Biden isn't going to say a goddamn thing, because that's part of the deal. That's part of the deal, is to say nothing if you're going to allow Russia to be a part of this U.S.-Russia pact, and you're going to allow Russia to do whatever it is that it wants to do. That's why you don't hear shit coming out of the Biden administration when it comes to Russia and its belligerency on the world. Because right now, what is happening is a full shift in global power. And I don't know why nobody's talking about this, and all the mainstream media that's covering it are still trying to make it seem as if there's still some kind of tension between the United States and Russia when there is not. Okay, what's happening right now, folks, is that Russia and the United States and the culmination of both sides of the allies, whether it's Russian allies or the United States allies, they're coming together in an attempt to try to nullify China's belligerence in the South China Sea with Hong Kong. And look, the G7 countries have said that they will back Taiwan if China decides to take it over by force. So this is a very interesting set of developments here. And look, I'm predicting right now, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we start seeing the Russians take over areas of geopolitical importance and the United States not say a goddamn thing about it, because that's the deal. That's the deal, folks. Oh, yeah. And by the way, just a reminder, all right? Putin and Biden summit to take place next month in Switzerland. So even though Biden tried to claim that, oh, yeah, Vladimir Putin's a killer and tried to say all this bullshit, now it's okay for Biden to sit down and have a talk with Putin, even though the Democrats have been saying that Russia was a part of the DNC leaks of their emails, that Russia meddled in the United States elections, that Trump, that Trump was a Manchurian candidate for Russia, that Russia was this big bad wolf. And here we have Joe Biden going to meet with Vladimir Putin, all right, in Switzerland, a mere not even a month after Blinken and Lavrov made the pact. So, like I said, very interesting developments in world power going on here, folks. And like I said, I hope everybody realizes that the United States is taking a whole new direction when it comes to this global power structure. And it's completely, if you want my opinion, disorder. Because in my view, folks, I think that the reasoning why you're hearing all this information about Fauci, his connection with the Wuhan lab being the creator of COVID-19, the reason that you're hearing about all this now is because, in my view, many people within the domestic deep state of this country are in complete disagreement